right back, Charlie.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Man. Come on. Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. I can take it from here if that's all right. As Ian Wright just said, and as a couple of you have probably been saying as the intro's been swinging and playing, people deluded, I'm back again. Now, to the left and right of me, you can see the lineup. Above my head, you can see it's Manchester United against Chelsea. It's midweek Premier League action. Obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. Having done our job against Luton, the group chat is going crazy. It's either a draw, which means both teams lose. It's either Man United win or Chelsea lose. I'm in the money and I'm living. You know, they'll probably try to catch me on a rebound or Aston Villa's concerned. Now, again, it's the Mason Mount derby. He hasn't obviously been able to get a start. Obviously, both teams are at a bit of a transitional period. Both teams share the sentiment that it probably is a bit negative surrounding the club. I would say Chelsea fans are probably a bit more optimistic than Manchester United fans. There's a lot of pressure on Erik ten Hag. You know, apparently journalists are not allowed, certain journalists are not allowed to be at press conferences. And, you know, you would have thought Martial, for whether he played good or not, is the only player out there and there's not 10 others. You know, big up Harry Maguire because he's been named Premier League Player of the Month, man. Ten Hag, I think he can turn it around, man. They need to give him a 5-year contract. Trust the process. Word to Mikel Arteta. Big up the channel members as well. A man said the king of football watch-along commentaries and analysis is back again. Hell yeah. Terry, that's far too big praise, but I thank you for that praise. And obviously to even be mentioned in such is lit. You know, we've got a couple of minutes before kickoff. Obviously, again, it's at Old Trafford. This is a, you know, it kind of tells you where both teams are probably at. This is a fixture that normally has ramifications of big things. We've seen them play a Champions League final 9 times out of 10 where the top 4 and beyond Premier League titles are concerned. Obviously, this is a fixture that is accustomed to seeing things like that. But that is irrelevant. Beyond getting 3 points and ticking over, it doesn't really mean much. Obviously, you take points off your rivals. Both teams are expected to, at the bare minimum, qualify for Champions League football. Since Iwobi left Arsenal, I've deeped how he's a proper solid footballer. He just scored for Fulham. Big him up and shout to Iwobi playing Premier League football. Footy chats, appreciative to you. Again, you can see the lineups to the left and right of myself. But if you can't, Onana, Dalot, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Scott McTominay, Amrabat, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Højlund and Garnacho make up the home side in Manchester United. For Chelsea, the visitors and the away side, you've got Sanchez, Disasi, Colwill and Silva, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Sterling, Jackson and Mikhail Mudryk. Now, the first talking point that I would say, having said the lineups for both teams, would be why isn't Reece James starting? I know it's probably to do with injuries and stuff, but if it's a tactical decision, then that tells you everything. Obviously, Cole Palmer played for Manchester City and he's back at his neck of the woods, really. But apparently he grew up as a Man United fan, and I'm sure Chelsea fans are hoping he turns up. I mean, that's a British transfer record breaking midfield between Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I need to see them both turn up, or there's agendas. Not everyone can have Declan Rice, I take it. Now, get your predictions in. I can't back Chelsea in a game like this. My allegiances are with Arsenal. My heart tells me 1-1. I'm going to go for 2-1 Man United. Chelsea take the lead. It'll be interesting to see how both teams play. It'll be interesting to see the tactical setup. It'll be interesting to see the fallout for both teams, you know, dependent on the result. Dead match, 7th versus 10th. Going to watch Villa versus City. To be fair with you, I was deliberating whether I should have done that for a watch-along, but we're here, aren't we, man? We're too far to turn back. To be fair, we could have done a bit of scouting of Aston Villa because obviously we've got them on Saturday in what I believe is going to be a difficult game for Arsenal Football Club against one of the most informed sides currently in the Premier League, man. Still waiting on Mudryk to show me something. I think we all are really and truly. You know, they said he's Ukrainian Neymar. They said only, well, the Shakhtar guy said only Neymar and Rafa Leao are better than him in European football. We need to see something. I need to see something from Mudryk. I need to see something from Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo, I'll always do you dirty because it's not that he snaked us in January, but he didn't sign for us and he signed for these lot. The same logic goes with Mudryk. I think we've all got time for Raheem Sterling, but the game is the game. Jackson Martinez, who's been trending on social media for some crazy reasons, is going to need to put in a performance today. Where's Mason Mount? Because I can't lie, boy, Havertz is looking all right now. You know, I might have to be shameless. I don't see Mason Mount bringing anything to the table. Where are we at in terms of the benches for both sides? One sec, what's this alert? Okay, fair enough. The benches for both sides, you've got Altay Biyadirin, again, Turkish second choice goalkeeper at Manchester United. Forgive me for mispronunciations. Marcus Rashford is also on the bench. That completely went above my head, people. You've got Rashford, Martial, Reguilon, Pellisteri, whoever that is. Young Kobe Mainoo, who really should be starting in a game like this. Johnny Evans. Boy, I think we all forgot he was at Manchester United, but Donny van der Beek is on the bench for them. For Chelsea, boy, just a bunch of random young players, really. They got Benoit Benachie, they got Broja, Reece James, Petrovic, Ian Matson, Washington, Alfie Gilchrist, Alex Matos, and Casleden. Boy, at these guys. No Reece James. It could be a tactical decision, or he might not be fit, really and truly. You know, and again, Reece James is a fantastic young player, but if he's not able to stay fit and consistently get games, he probably isn't going to reach his full potential. I don't know for Jackson and his motivation, but I'm sure Chelsea fans are probably hoping he does something. You know, a game where I wish both teams could lose, but yeah, Ten Hag at the wheel, big him up. What's your predictions for the game, DG? Footy chats, I would say, you know what? If I had to bet money, 1-1. But I hope that is chaotic. I want to see dodgy VAR decisions. I want to see goals. I don't know what to make of it, really and truly, because we don't know what to make of Ten Hag's Manchester United currently. You know, probably a counter-attacking side, high volume stuff. You know, Bruno Fernandes isn't the safest of midfielder in terms of ball retention, but he's got the capacity to score. With them not starting Marcus Rashford as well, I thought he would have been a shoe-in to start in a game like this for his form. Maybe Eric Ten Hag is saying, you know what? We're in tough times. I have to call for tough measures. I'm giving other people opportunities. Obviously, Anthony's got a lot of off-the-field baggage and a lot of scrutiny about his price tag and things like that. Certain fans try to compare him to Bukayo Saka. Ooh, well, to be fair, Saka's compared to a new peasant every day of the week. Højlund, I feel sorry for him. United's a mess, so his potential's kind of being capped. Garnacho scored a wonderful goal against Everton. Man United fans are probably hoping the same thing happens. Makes sense why they would go with McTominay and Amrabat. Amrabat ain't really done much in a Manchester United shirt, if anything, but they're meant to be tenacious midfielders. Obviously, you look at Chelsea and any lapses in concentration that Manchester United make, obviously, you know, Chelsea's got the players to cause issues, if I'm completely honest with you. Mudryk is a decent player as much as I give him grief. Raheem Sterling's a seasoned vet. Jackson has kind of found the goal, you know, the back of the net. Cole Palmer's probably the man of the moment. And it's games like this, I'm sure Chelsea fans want to see Enzo and Caicedo stand up to be counted. I mean, all they need to do is watch Declan Rice's videos in the Premier League up until this point. Don't forget Champions League, which Chelsea don't know about this year. And Man United, boy, it's looking spooky. Liverpool are winning 1-0. Can't say anyone's surprised with that, really and truly. It seems like they're off the mark. In fact, saying that, let's actually see the current results of other games, people. It's currently 1-1 between Brighton and Brentford. Bournemouth are beating Crystal Palace 1-0. As some of you have just said, Liverpool are beating Sheffield United. Fulham are beating Nottingham Forest 2-0. Obviously, yesterday, Wolves won a goal to 0 against Burnley. Obviously, Arsenal had a dramatic game, a 4-3 victory over Luton. Games to come today, obviously, it's Aston Villa and City, which kick off at the same time. Tomorrow, you've actually got a London derby in Spurs and West Ham. Hopefully, the Irons do the business there. And Everton versus Newcastle. Obviously, with Newcastle's form and Everton's point deduction, that should be a decent game, to be honest. Appreciate UK. And as the man said, smash the like button. From a statistical point of view, or just pointless stats that are available on Google, people, allegedly Manchester United are unbeaten in their last 11 Premier League games against Chelsea, drawing 7 and winning 4 since losing 1-0 in November of 2017. Chelsea's last Premier League away win against United was in May 2013. A bit like Arsenal fans, in fact, we're not like Chelsea because we won the league at United's place. Don't travel well on paper to Old Trafford. United against Chelsea is the most drawn fixture in the Premier League, people, in 26 games. 19 of these 19 of these games have been score draws, a joint high with Arsenal Spurs, while a 1-1 draw between these sides is the most common exact result in the competition, which has happened 14 times. When meeting midweek, Manchester United have won just one of their 8 Premier League games against Chelsea, losing 2 and drawing 5, though it was a 4-1 victory in this exact fixture last season. Chelsea have won just one of their last 10 midweek Premier League games, losing 5 of the last 6 since beating Bournemouth 2-0 last December. So, as I said, I'll go for a score draw. I'm going for 1-1. Now that I said that, there's probably going to be a couple more goals. Do you think Bellingham should be captain of the English team? I mean, the way he's going, Jude Bellingham, and what he's done, and obviously he's a fantastic footballer, but he's a very mature head. You'd imagine sooner rather than later he's potentially in contention, if he's not already, for the England captaincy. Shameless, but Declan Rice can back that, if I'm completely honest with you. I suppose so. This game better not be boring. I want to see goals. I don't know, man. I think it's one of them games that the two teams playing each other, and like the trailer of the movie is probably better than the movie. I don't think we're going to see much quality on display. Hopefully, I see carnage. Both teams have problems. Both teams are prone to lapses in concentration. Both teams got some decent attackers out there, if I'm honest with you. I am starting to think 2-1 Chelsea, if I'm honest, but a draw would probably be the best result for all parties concerned. Both teams are walking out, people. Once again, you can see the lineups to the left and right of me. I say the best thing for us neutrals would be an early goal within the first 5 to 10 minutes. And it would be someone like Bruno Fernandes. Chelsea win this. I don't know, man. I think Manchester United, at the end of the day, you're playing at home. Form's been terrible. There's question marks over all the players, the club, the manager. I won't quite say, you would prove Man United fans wrong, but it would go a long way. Boy, and they have to claw back their season. Obviously, Manchester United, from a footballing point of view, they're clearly in disarray. Obviously, they're flirting with going out of obviously the Champions League. I don't know what would be defined as a good season for Manchester United now. Probably top 4, and probably, nobody's played in the FA Cup, so they're in that. They're not in the League Cup, obviously. A bit like us. Freddie, you called 4-3 last night. Freddie, lottery numbers, man. Really looking forward to this match. I hope so. What's tonight's Mystic predictions? Bruno Fernandes anytime. To be fair, goals are weird, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Garnacho bagged again. I want to see issues, man. Obviously, Harry Maguire got named Premier League Player of the Month. Hopefully, he caps that in a great way for us neutrals. Anything's possible with Onana in goal. But the thing is, United's team are not. Their fans can say what they want, but on paper, the team isn't. It's not the best, but it's definitely better than what they've shown. Højlund first Prem goal incoming. Swear down, he's got less Prem goals than Kai Havertz. Boy, the agendas are cooking. I can smell something. Caicedo, I need to see something today. Enzo, I need to see something today. Cole Palmer, I need to see something beyond penalties. Jackson is peak for you with what's going on social media. I just hope it's a good game of football, man. I mean, Thiago Silva's been a great signing for Chelsea and has had a great career, but against Newcastle, he's looking like the powers. At times, Thiago Silva looks like he's got superpowers and he's been carrying that Chelsea back line, but it seems like the juice has run out. Højlund, no Prem goals so far. This is mad, but I feel sorry for him. United's team's a mess. It's just prone to individual brilliance and just winging games, if I'm completely honest with you. A young striker adapting to Premier League football, where United's midfield is... I mean, there's been injuries and stuff, but it's all a mess. How can he really thrive? I'm not going to lie. I do think it will work for him. Whether he's able to be the talismanic striker that Man United require, I don't know. If I was a United fan, I'd probably want a more experienced striker to go in tandem with Højlund. I mean, these are the games you want to see. A madness from Cole Palmer, if I'm honest. Hope VAR breaks hearts, red cards, and madness FM. I hear that. Raw DG, watch along, allow us. Top Blue, don't think I forgot you, though. You thought we was losing to Luton. Don't think I saw them sly comments. You must win today. You must stand up to be counted. Neutral watch ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. And I don't know this referee's name, but I don't have any evidence to go off this, but I'm sure you've done Arsenal dirty. To be fair, you could say that about every ref and be proven right. Chelsea will kick off today. Probably is a draw, man. I'm going with 1-1. But I hope there's goals, man. I hope it follows on what yesterday was. I want to see a dramatic score draw, if anything. Draw would be perfect to banter both teams. I'd rather Chelsea lose, of course. I'm more scared of Chelsea for this season and what if they could catch Arsenal than United, if I'm completely honest. And I can't lie, man. Big up the United fans out there, but Arsenal, We don't travel well to Old Trafford. It's about time we won there again. You lot have ruined, my childhood years supporting Arsenal was absolutely amazing. I used to get called a glory hunters for supporting this football club. Saw my team win the league at Old Trafford. Now, boy, it's one of the most difficult grounds for us to go to. Cucurella finds Enzo Fernandez. Games like this, they're going to need to stand up to be counted. Cole Palmer's been dispossessed. That's never a foul play on UBI. It's Premier League, mate. And I hope both teams are nervous. Right, Freddie, that's crazy. Man said DG turned into the El Mitrico too. Nah, man, you lot are lit, man. Man United must win the league. Ten Hag said errors come to an end. Poch ain't said nothing, to be fair, as much as I don't like Chelsea. Disassi. It's not quite Saliba, is it? Cole Palmer asks for it. Thiago Silva gives it to him. Cole Palmer, who's back in the starting lineup after a bit of injuries, is a decent player, man. And he's found Jackson Martinez, who's up against Harry Maguire. He has been forced out wide to this left-hand channel. What can Jackson do? He's not made Harry Maguire. I thought he had, to be fair, I thought he's given a free kick. Ref does not agree with me, though. Anthony finds Scott McTominay. Amrabat, who hasn't looked like the Amrabat that we all saw at the World Cup. Swear down, Varane still can't get in the team. Agendas. Boy, Casemiro running from the grind as well. His peak. This is probably a draw. DGE, Cole Palmer is a baller. Would you bring him? Yeah, Cole Palmer's lit. But I would say, even though I think people are gassing Cole Palmer a bit, he's a great player, he's lit, but like the sample size is poor. To be fair to you, it's only when players leave City, I guess, do you have an appreciation for them. It's not the same, but it reminds me of Alexis Sanchez when he joined Arsenal from Barcelona. Obviously, he's a great player and his higher technical levels, but when you're around Messi and all of them crazy players, it's not that you sleep on someone's talent, but it's like you truly deep it. Thiago Silva was so short and he did well, but his pass has found a lot, really. Diego Dalot has poured forward. He's actually found, Bruno Fernandes got to do a lot better. It's actually good from his Portuguese colleague to intercept the pass and play him. Bruno Fernandes literally needs to hit the target, man. And I don't know why he's looking to the sky and doing all this nonsense. New home gym and DG stream playing in the background. Life is good. Big up yourself, man, on the home gym. You sound like Abramovich. The Madrid boys getting cashed out to Saudi. Boy. To be fair, if I'm Varane, forget this. Boy, I've won a trophy at Man United. I've played for a massive club like Man United. Obviously, I'd like to leave, a bigger legacy and leave in healthier regards. But you might as well cut out, man. Like, you've had some great managers. You let into Ten Hag talk nonsense to you. You might as well bust out. What you got to prove? See, Suarez is going into Miami. See, people are going Saudi. Go and get money. Luke Shaw has found Bruno Fernandes. He's giving it back to Gilberto Carlos. That's a good ball by Luke Shaw. He's found Højlund. Højlund strike. Oh, that's Buki keeping. In fact, Sanchez has done well to save that. Maybe he made that effort look harder than it was. I was just about to say, I'm not quite sure why Højlund went for the shot there. But United have had two decent opportunities early doors. Within the third minute, good play by Luke Shaw. And I guess it's been sponsored by Bruno Fernandes. It's a great run off the ball by Højlund. You would have thought he was out wide too much. He's tried to cut across the keeper and hit it first time. It hasn't worked. I guess it was a good save, but I think that was unorthodox. I think he made that look better than it was. Luke Shaw takes the corner. It's a decent knock. Lindelof heads into the hands of Sanchez. Haven't really seen anything about Onana in United's goal. Not that we've seen, the Chelsea goalie have to do anything, but Bruno's hit over the bar. And Højlund is forced to save from Sanchez early doors. Thiago Silva. Sanchez. Caicedo, you must show for the ball. I must see play from the six because I know Declan Rice does that. Amrabat. Chelsea just struggling to get out their own half right now. Amrabat to Scott McTominay. Lindelof. Amrabat. United look a bit sharper, but again, it's far too early in this game to be drawing conclusions. Harry Maguire, Premier League Player of the Month. Anthony up against Mudryk. Two crap guys. Scott McTominay. To the lot. I mean, us fullbacks are underrated. That could be a decent goal. This could be 1-0 here. Cucurella bugging out. Can't lie, Chelsea looking a bit nervous. It's a corner kick. I don't think Cucurella tried to put that out for a corner. And it's the second time the lot has galloped forward and actually done quite well for Manchester United. The lot's nervous, man. He tried to slice at the ball with his left peg and it's not made him. Corner kick to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes to take this in swinger. Early goal would be lit, man. Carnage. Bruno's taking it short. Luke Shaw gives it back to Bruno Fernandes. He delivers. Thiago Silva heads clear. Caicedo loses out. Sorry. Raheem Sterling. In fact, the offside flag has saved Chelsea there. It's the battle of two dodgy goalkeepers. What are you talking about? Ryan Ramsdale, to be fair. United always start like this, though. It's crazy. They're a weird team, man. United is just vibes, man. Like Ten Hag, I know Man United, you know, the Glazers and all that stuff, and I know Ten Hag at the end of the day has won a trophy, but for all that Ajax stuff and, you know, worked with Pep and all of that, if he left Man United right now, what is his legacy? Yes, he's won a trophy, but what is his philosophy, style of play? What young players has he really brought through? Obviously, there's some making debuts. What players has he made? You know, you look at Postecoglou at Spurs. There's a couple of players that I'm sure Spurs fans would still get rid of, or Spurs fans really, really didn't rate. But Postecoglou's got them playing half decent. Emerson Royal, one of them, if I'm honest. Chelsea have given the ball away cheaply again. United have to score here. Anthony, you won't do it. Meaty Duns, meaty right wingers. United have been purring on the edge of Chelsea's area. Scott McTominay's gone for the shot. Probably Man United's most prolific person, really and truly. United look like they smell blood. Anthony not built for this. It's horrible by him, really. Chelsea in serious problems whenever they're trying to play out from the back. And Manchester United, there's a lot of flirting. There's no foreplay. Sterling, he's moving like he just whacked some curry goal. He's taking forever in possession. He was dispossessed. And fortunately for Chelsea, it came to nothing. 6 minutes in, more of a positive start by Man United, but it's still 0-0. Anthony's doing what people do. You know, man, you know Sunday League when you do something dumb, you act like you're injured. Anthony, you're acting. To be fair, I'm being harsh to Anthony. It looks like Enzo has stood all over him. Villa nearly scored. I got you covered. Big up the correspondence in the chat, man. Let's see it again. Smash the like button again. I don't know why, but I called for VAR acting and action. I don't know what this is about, but the ref's having a look at VAR. I can't lie. If that's a pen, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm here for it, though. That's crazy. To be fair, boy, Enzo Fernandez has stood all over it. I know Declan Rice don't do that. Oh, he's caught him after the ball, though. He's caught him. I mean, Anthony's played the ball, so I don't know where we're at with that. But, boy, I've seen them give it for less. I don't think in the modern day that should be a penalty, but in this crazy world of what VAR does, winging it. If it's given, we'll see it not given in the next Premier League game. If it's not given, it'll be given in another one. Boy, I mean, that's ridiculous. You're never getting that in Sunday League. Yeah, he's caught Anthony, but Anthony's not getting the ball. It don't look like Man United are scoring. He's messed up a goal-scoring move. It's a mad one. To be fair, if that's outside the area, you might get a free kick. Swear down, British record transfer breaking. Enzo Fernandez is doing this. But Declan Rice can't go out like that. And Levi Colwill looks bewildered. Poch smiles. This must be the most effective thing Anthony has done in his Manchester United career beyond bagging against Arsenal. To be fair, Enzo's moving mad. I think the penalty's been given. Interesting fact, I've given away 2 penalties in Sunday League. I scored in both the games. But Enzo Fernandez, you must do something. Jackson's been known for his S-housery. He's trying to give Bruno Fernandes verbal. If Bruno scores, I've been proven right. I said he'd bag. I like he's got a nice pair of boots there, Bruno, isn't it? Night things. If you miss agendas. Boy, 8 minutes in, I call for VAR drama. We got it, innit? Wonder if Sanchez scores. Can't lie, Bruno ain't looking too confident. Sanchez might just score in this thing. I mean, might just save it. I bet he goes straight down the middle. He's going to miss. He's missed it. It's horrible anyways. And the follow-up effort, Garnacho's bundled it over the bar. Bruno Fernandes needs to wake up. I can't lie. That must be a gas feeling as a goalkeeper to save a pen. Ramsdale, take notes, my brother. Poor from Bruno, really. Silly little bunny hop. Strong hand by Sanchez. Unfortunately, you know, his Chelsea teammates may have let him down because Garnacho reacts first to it, but he fumbles over. United have had some big opportunities, you know, none bigger than this current penalty that we've just said have been missed to take the lead with some half chances. Chelsea are struggling to get out of their own half. There is a commitment to playing it short, but one thing United are doing quite well so far seems to be winning the ball back very quickly. That doesn't mean anything. They had a chance to take the driver's seat in a game like this. And maybe Sanchez is listening to the stream because just as he said that, Sanchez is going long now. And it looks like Poch is vexed. Poch trying to fire his team up. Boy, Bruno Fernandes getting tired. You must score. I know when we needed it, Odegaard turned up yesterday. Boy, Enzo money ain't worth Rice money. Boy, amen. Enzo, I thought his mental was Rice. What is he doing? That would be the second penalty I'm sure that Enzo has given away. He's been bailed out there. Man United doesn't look like it's stopping them and they're attacking here. Garnacho, he scored a wonderful goal against Everton. And it was a wonderful moment, but I'm sure United fans are hoping he produces today. Good switch of play by by Bruno Fernandes. Sorry, Anthony's put it into the box. Højlund had no chance. And it's another goal kick for Chelsea. I mean, to be fair, United have got forward a lot. I think they need to give their right back a lot of credit. I feel sorry for the lot very early into this game because he's actually been very positive. Luke Shaw was involved in a half chance very early in the game. If you're Ten Hag, you're probably urging caution, but you're probably asking your teams to score now. And to be fair with you, United do have Rashford to draw from the bench. Chelsea playing it short here. Silva, Colwill. Ooh, asked a lot of Enzo Fernandez there. Enzo's bailed them out. Jackson's done better. No, as I said that, he's lost it. Amrabat's here, and he's found Harry Maguire, who I can't stop saying it, people. I know every time I say it, some of you won't believe me, but Harry Maguire won Player of the Month. Anthony's been fouled again. How's my day been? It's been good, man. Standard, really. Appreciate you lot. Where's Mudryk? Run the agendas. Half time in the Liverpool game, Van Dijk has bagged. 225 million midfield needs to cook, no excuses. Enzo's not doing nothing. Caicedo's hiding. Amrabat. Oh, dodgy pass by Amrabat. He's found Jackson. Jackson has options to the left and his right. He's found Mudryk. What can Mudryk do here? Midrook, to be fair, he's hit the post, to be fair. Big chance. First real chance for Chelsea. Amrabat, probably the most relieved man in the stadium. Andrew Tate was, gave the ball away nonchalantly there. And Chelsea broke very well, to be fair. Could he have done any better? Could Mudryk have done better? I think he did well to get the shot away. Has he slightly been pushed by Amrabat? I think slightly, Amrabat, it's a bit of dark arts there. He's pushed him and it's made him kind of fall over. There was no way you're getting a penalty for that, but yeah. Apparently Martinez has made a crazy double save. We should have slightly watched Man City, Aston Villa in it, but you live and learn. Pochettino's taking his seat. I did think at one point he might get the Man United job. Onana, who's so far so good for Man United, not mentioned him really. His kickers only found Thiago Silva. Enzo Fernandez, don't know what he was doing, but it's given back to Manchester United. Garnacho to Luke Shaw. Wins the 50-50 with Sterling. I don't think, Sterling, you're not injured. United are within their rights to play on Garnacho. This is a good opportunity for Manchester United. Garnacho, I think even he's hit the post now. And Chelsea might be able to counter-attack. It's 4 against 3, really. Mudryk has options to the left and the right. This has to come to something. He's played it right. Come off the pitch. That's horrible by Mudryk. That is absolutely horrible. He has to give Raheem Sterling a much better pass than that. As Footy Chats has said here, what a waste. Absolutely horrible there. End-to-end stuff so far. But again, the quality required in the final third has been non-existent. But 30 minutes in, decent. Amrabat. If I'm Poch, I'm fuming, lad. Like, come on. I know everyone makes mistakes, but you've hit the post, Mudryk. You should be filled with confidence. I'm playing you and starting you in a game like this. The pass to Sterling has to be better. Or even Jackson to the left. Regardless, it has to result, in my opinion, in the keeper making a save at the very minimum, or at least a corner, of course. If you're Chelsea, you want it to be a goal. Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire finds Anthony. Anthony plays it into midfield. Bruno Fernandes tries to play it over the top. Levi Cole read it greatly, and it's been headed back to Sanchez. Raheem Shillings cooking. Nah, gee. It's been quiet. Garnacho's hit the... Sorry, he didn't hit the post. It was actually saved by Sanchez. Apologies. Pardon me. As I said, Chelsea have been having issues playing out from the back. Did Luke Shaw have to make that foul there? He's fouled Raheem Sterling. Emery Martinez with an incredible double save versus City. Why did we sell him again? Don't know. Evening, mate. A 50p pass from a £100 million player. Crazy. And I actually don't think Enzo's a bad player. I think Mudryk is as well, and Caicedo's got his issues, but you lot cost too much money to be meaty. I mean, it is a silly foul by Luke Shaw. I don't think he can complain about being booked, but from one fullback to another, it's his first one, ref. What's all that about? There's no need for that, surely. Play continues. Disassi. Cole Palmer. Never a foul. He's lost it. Amrabat. Anthony. United have to make this count. Horrible by Anthony. Horrible by Anthony. The idea was right. There's not enough pace on the ball. And technically, Sanchez has made another save. I thought we was going to be in the money there because Cole Palmer was disarmed. I thought we was going to get some agendas there, Arsenal fans. I've seen Smith Rowe score at Old Trafford still. And it weren't no painting either. So certain light-skinned brothers need to turn up today. I don't know about you. You thought you was lit when you scored against us in August. Maybe, brother. Thiago Silva. Go Saudi, bro. You deserve better than this. Disaster, horrible. Can't like Chelsea spent too much money to be in this situation, man, because the players are not bad. Emmy didn't like Arteta, so wanted out. I think we just saw an angle to sell him, and he made it clear don't want to be number 2. And rightly or wrongly, you know, Mikel Arteta weren't sold on Emmy Martinez like that. Raheem Sterling in possession. What could Shelley and Fraser do here? He's found Mudryk. Mudryk has finally completed a pass. Enzo Fernandez helps it on. Levi Cole, first time as a Chelsea left back, he's been allowed to yonder into Manchester United territory. Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Cole Palmer. Says, forget passing to you, Wizzy, a.k.a. Cucurella. Finds Enzo Fernandez. Disassi. Probably the most positive passage of play, or sustained would be the better word. Passage of play from Chelsea. Thiago Silva has found Mudryk. Could this be something? This could be entertaining. Enzo Fernandez, the pass from Mudryk was not good enough. Didn't have a chance there, Enzo. He's the most relieved man currently in the stadium, if I'm honest. Villa are playing really well. Going to be tough to play, of course. Don't know what this means, but Ten Hag's doing this. Garnacho. Bruno Fernandes, who has missed a penalty if you're just tuning in. Garnacho looked like he was fouled. Ref wasn't going to give it anyways, and he's done well to actually get it back to a teammate. Andrew Tate in possession. Amrabat finds Scott McTominay. I mean, you're not going to get too much in terms of on-the-ball quality with them. Anthony up against Colwill. What can he do here? Colwill read that well. That surely is a Chelsea throw. I mean, what is Anthony doing? No need. Anthony's definitely got ADHD or something. There's a screw loose in that man. Something's not well, man. No, I'm only 5'8", but he seems like he's got short man syndrome to the finest. Relax, man. Yeah, that as well. That as well in a circle. I don't think he was Arteta's cup of tea, rightly or wrongly. I would have loved to have kept Emi Martinez. You can see the videos. Pick him up. And you know, I'm not saying Raya and Ramsdale in Sunwell can't be better than him. And I hear the passing and all of that from the goalie, but is Emi Martinez better than them? Probably. Cole Palmer done well to ride a tackle there. Pause. And Enzo Fernandez has gone for the shot. Deflection into the midsection of Onana. I mean, technically, there's been shots on target in this game, but where quality is concerned, you're dodging. You're looking for a lot. Anthony is a clown. Villa game with us is going to come down to who wants it more, to be honest. I hope it's not like Villa last season, man. I don't want drama. I don't even want it to be like Luton. Bruno Fernandes plays it behind Garnacho. Garnacho has a lot to do. What can he do? Bandulu stepovers by Garnacho, but it worked. Finds Anthony. Anthony not using his right foot, but somehow manages to find the lot. He uses the outside of his foot. I mean, technically, he's found Bruno. Bruno heads it back across. Garnacho, what's going on here? Is that a corner? How have United not put that in the back of the shirt? United, back of the net. If I'm sorry, apologies, people. Thiago Silva's done well. There's a lot happening. Far too much going on for me to keep up with. If I'm honest, based on law of averages, I'm surprised Man United haven't scored. But as summed up with the pen, the quality in the final third hasn't been there. They've given Colwill the captaincy. Their club might be lost. I mean, if you're one of his more experienced colleagues, you've got to buck up your ideas. Bruno Fernandez's cross is booky. Somehow it's still in a dangerous area. Cole Palmer, can he get clear for Chelsea? He's done. He's took too long in possession. The lot's done well. His pass has actually been intercepted by Enzo Fernandez. Jackson has sold the 1-2 far too short. Amrabat, Bruno Fernandes looks like he's going to go for the shot. Fakes like he's going to shoot. Finds Garnacho. Delivers. Harry Maguire is saved. Scott McTominay. It's 1-0 Manchester United. And as I said, he's one of their most potent goal threats. As I said, based on the law of averages, Manchester United should have taken the lead. And they've drawn first blood here. Manchester United 1, Chelsea 0, people. Cole Palmer, he needed to not dilly-dally in possession. He did dally in possession. Agendas, I smelled them cooking. Let's go. Again, Chelsea are not out of this game, but United have been better than them. Boy, goes from bad to worse. Scott McTominay doing what Højlund has failed to do in the Premier League and put the ball in the back of the net. To be fair to you, it was a good sustained bit of possession from Manchester United. The move kind of died several times. They kept it alive. Garnacho cut back from Maguire. Cucurella's deflected clearance fell to the path of Scott McTominay, who had a bit of composure, the Scottish international, and put it in the back of the Chelsea net. Good left foot composed finish. You know, it's gone through the legs of Levi Cole, and he's actually turned as well. Boy, Tony Adams would never. Saliba would never. Invisible Protege, appreciate you and Certi for resubscribing with Amazon Prime. Make sure you're doing that if you're on Twitch. And as said, United have drawn first blood in this game, folks. If you haven't smashed the like button, what are you doing? We've seen dodgy VAR decisions. We've seen a lot. United, good, bad luck today. Again. Oh, Lindelof has slipped. What's going on here? Oh, wow. The lot, that's terrible. Scott McTominay hooks clear. But this is horrible, man. What's going on here? I'm not quite sure what the ref has actually specifically blown for. Anyway, play keeps moving. Lindelof bust case there, really. Looked like he slipped. Why did Jackson nick the ball off his player? I don't know, man. He's excited. DG Cole Palmer is not him. I think he's a very talented player, but there's levels, man. Can't gas up players for scoring penalties and that. Even though big up them for scoring pens. Lindelof. You know, as has been the case with Man United, they could very well let themselves down. So I wouldn't say they're in the clear yet, but they deserve their goal, to be fair. They've been on the ball a lot more. They've had the lion's share of possession. They have pressed Chelsea high and actually won the ball back quite a few times. Garnacho up against Cucurella. Cucurella never a foul. Ref, that's soft. Cucurella's a lucky man there. Needs to cut his hair, and he would have seen he needed to move the ball quickly. Obviously, for Garnacho's ADHD outburst, he's gotten into the book and has been given a yellow card. Lucky lad there. What's that free kick been given for? Ref, come on, man. Doing the same things. To be a little pull, but come on, man. The game's going crazy. Cucurella is very fortunate. And yeah, just confirming there, he has booked Garnacho, people. Sanchez, who's probably the only Chelsea player who's half turned up so far. Amrabat, surely a foul. Ref says play on, fair enough. Chelsea getting outplayed. Stones just twisted himself up in the Villa pen area. Edison saves one. Boy, look at United's goal difference is actually shocking, but they're top 6 and around it. So it tells them that they could get their act together. Who knows? They can salvage some of their season. Amrabat, to be fair, he's grown into the game after his little stray pass almost, resulted in Chelsea scoring. Anthony, if I'm a United fan, Anthony's having to, for all his faults, he's having to drop far too deep to receive that ball. Amrabat gives it back to Anthony. Anthony skips past Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo falling over his own boot. Bloody hell, this is what £200 million is buying people. Crazy. Højlund is trying to nutmeg people. Colwell's done well. Come to Arsenal, Colwell, man. You're a talented player, man. You could take Kyrgios's spot. You could have started against Luton yesterday. Eric Ten Hag, defo watch my Arsenal versus Lens match day blog because he's got his pen and paper out. Manchester United are in the driving seat. They're currently leading, folks. They have a throw-in. They've taken it. It's here with Anthony. I do think they deserve it. This game is lacking quality. Say that again. United's new and improved 9, Scott McTominay. Boy. Lindelof. 23 minutes on the clocks, folks. Lindelof has found Harry Maguire. Nothing to say from a Chelsea perspective. There's no real build-up play. They've had a couple of counters, which they should have done better with. They're probably fortunate it's not 2-0. Got away with the penalty thing. Struggling to play out from the back. Players are getting caught in possession. Luke Shaw's delivered. But again, if you're a United fan or if you're Ten Hag, the quality in the final third has to be better. United could have scored a few here. 1-0 is a dangerous lead. This is one of the, if not the most drawn fixture in the Premier League. So I don't think one goal does it. Caicedo, Enzo, your father Rice will be disappointed. Tell him again. Disassi. Caicedo, good pass really to his former and current Chelsea teammate Cucurella. Disassi. Thiago Silva. Go Saudi, bro. There's bare dons that play for both these teams. Casemiro, Varane, Thiago. It's a Saudi thing, man. Jorginho, he's got nothing to do with it. Good little drop of the shoulder by Caicedo, to be fair. Cole gives it back to Enzo. Oh, sorry, Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez. Skips out Caicedo, finds Disassi. You must do more than Saliba and Konate today. You know when you're having them debates with Liverpool fans about their French centre-backs and Chelsea fans try to get my man involved. Thought Amrabat fouled his man there. Enzo's taking it quickly. United look like they've been caught flat-footed. Poor from Harry Maguire. Jackson. Sterling. What can Chelsea do? He's dropped the shoulder. Oh, ref. You've got a decision to make there. How is that not a penalty for Chelsea? I have to see it again. Human error. Surely VAR has a look at that. That's a madness. Again, I want to see the replay, but that's scandalous. I don't know. I need to see that again. Maybe Raheem took a dive there. Oh, ref, that's a pen. It looked like Lindelof took his thingy, took his legs, sweeped his legs. One angle, it didn't look like there was contact. The other angle, it looked like it's contact. They're trying to confuse me, trying to comment with you lot people. I thought it was a dive initially. Now I think it's a pen. The angles are scary. I don't know what's going on. Have to see this one. I'd have to see as many times as VAR. Let's see that one more time. It's inconclusive, man. I don't know. These angles are not the best. I assume it was a dive. But then if it is a dive and Sterling's looking for it, he has to be booked then. Because it weren't one where you're not looking for it, but you stayed on your feet and it's not a pen. He's looking for that. Then, anyways, Jackson has found Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer to Cucurella. Surely got to get Reece James on Caicedo. You know when Caicedo's for your team passing it forward, you're in trouble. Sterling's done well to find Caicedo. Oh, it's a square pass this time. Enzo Fernandez looking for it. Soft free kick, but Chelsea have been giving it. It's the 20th minute mark. Chelsea soon come. Sterling has a rep for diving, so if they don't give it, that'll be down to his rep. I hear it, but right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't understand that because it does look like he's gone down very easily. Surely, and I might be wrong. I don't know how the ref thing works, but surely that's got to be a yellow card for simulation. Cole Palmer's forcing it. He's having a bit of a stinker, young Cole Palmer. The idea is right. The ability and the intention wasn't good enough from Cole Palmer. Way overhit that for Sterling. He would have ran in behind. I mean, United deserve their lead, but if you think Chelsea are out of this, in my opinion, you're doing yourself a disservice. So Nana to Lindelof. Lindelof. Fernandez, Lindelof. Luke Shaw. Decent. Naughty Sterling. Boy, dived. Seems like the chat thinks it's a dive. But again, if he has dived, surely he's got to be booked. Amrabat, who I think's really done well after a shaky period. That's a ball from Anthony, to be fair. Scott McTominay doesn't know what he's doing there. He's done well to hold it up. United have to make this count. The lot puts it across goal. Garnacho, you're going to get 2 in 2, lad. Hit it, lad. What are you doing? He's twisting and turning, lad. And he's putting a decent ball. Højlund, he was nowhere near it. But again, I'm not blaming any United players, but someone's got to gamble that that ball's going to fall into that area. I'm not being funny. United could have had 3-4 today. You probably should. Chelsea have kind of been let off. I feel sorry for Sanchez because he's the one Chelsea player that looks like he's on it today. If you haven't hit the like button, you know what to do. Man United have had 11 shots, 5 on target. Chelsea have had 2 shots, 1 on target. So by the law of averages, United deserve to be ahead. I knew these refs are actors, man. We've players stopped because it looks like the linesman's battery pad or walkie-talkie has died. You would think with all the money in the game and all, that goes into preparing for a game of football to be played, you'd think they'd at least charge these things. But it hasn't been charged. Or maybe he just wanted to be on TV. Fair enough. 225 million midfield need to do something if this is their future, boy, doing the FIFA thing. Don't really care. Amazon Prime, who is in the crowd? Let's see the gameplay. Dizassi. City are struggling tonight. This is the Premier League, man. Aston Villa is a very informed side. We have to make this extra 24-hour recovery count. Long ball forward. Jackson had no chance of winning that. Lindelof wins the header. Cucurella wins the second. Luke Shaw wins the third. Bruno Fernandes unnecessarily offside there. United take it quick. Chelsea take it quickly. Ref says too quick for him. It's ridiculous. We take City dropping points again. By God's grace, but they're going to turn it around, man. Oh, and Haaland, you're in my FPL team. So if anyone's going to bag for City, I hope it's you or Julian Alvarez. Oh, come on. This linesman is acting. We're being drawn to him again. Really? Big Premier League, 8:15 kickoff for midweek over here in the UK. Really? People got better things to do than this. Don't even know his name. Ridiculous. Someone's getting fired. You have seen this on occasion. Oh, it looks like it could. What's going on here? Linesman's jogging. It looks like he needs a new battery pack or he needs a new complete device. There's briefcases on the pitch being brought out. This is an idiot thing, man. What is going on? All right, well, players stop temporarily as the linesman gets whatever he needs to be able to do his job, I guess. Is he back now? You back now? Yeah? Everything good? And if he's not, he just keeps fussing with his little thing there. Come on, man, you're a linesman. You're doing too much. Shout out all the Manchester United and Chelsea alumni and famous people that are in the crowd, but I don't think anybody cares for that. Finally, the game's restarted. 15 minutes plus. You'd imagine 3 or 4 minutes of added on time of this first half. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Man United the lead, courtesy of Scott McTominay. Bruno Fernandes has missed a penalty. Chelsea just can't get... Oh, wow. Sanchez is giving it to Anthony. If that was Bukayo Saka, it's in the back of the net. McTominay's shot's been blocked. Chelsea at complete disarray. As I've been saying, and literally as I was about to say, Chelsea are really struggling to progress play from defence into midfield and ultimately attack. United are pressing well, but a Premier League side should look a lot better when passing the ball with teammates. Much less a Chelsea team that's cost a lot of money and littered with international players and fairly big household names. Horrible. Thiago Silva, Colwill, Sanchez, here and there, Jackson look like the only players that are half on this. Every other Chelsea player is going through the motions. Need to wake up at 1-0 because if this was City or Arsenal or someone, it might have been 3-4. It needs to be a simple game, but it's never going to be that, man. It really isn't. And I think when you see that, when you see dodgy VAR stuff, it's that way for a reason. United are breaking again. Bruno Fernandes, can he pick out a teammate? Doesn't elect to cross it, tries to cross it with his right foot after checking inside. It didn't work. Shaw, Lindelof, Amrabat. It's back here, Bruno Fernandes. Fulham are beating Nottingham Forest 3-0. Ball into the box. Oh! Double save. I don't think Sanchez knew much about the second one. McTominay was flying in there. The flying Scotsman almost got a brace and Man United's second goal. It's a good run. Nobody marking him from a Chelsea perspective. And I wouldn't quite say it's a poor effort, the second chance McTominay has, because he doesn't have long to think about it. But it is straight into Sanchez. It should be 2-0. City are playing with fire. Saying that, Chelsea could be in here. Raheem Sterling. Jackson, can he score? Oh, you lot are meaty. You lot are meaty. It should be 1-1. Who are these guys? Yeah, Jackson is peak. You're going on about 20 loans next summer. Chelsea, in their defense, Mudryk should have played a better pass to Sterling, and that should have been 1-1 as well. Chelsea have had 2 decent counter attacks of their own, but they ain't made it count. And this, football's a simple game. No matter how you want to play, whatever brand and style, you need to be efficient in both boxes. You need to defend amicably, and you need to be able to take chances in the opponent's box. Chelsea have done neither. Harry Maguire bombing forward. Boy, Varane, it's peak. Anthony. Amrabat. Garnacho wants it. Amrabat not trying to play him the pass. Goes to the lot. He finds Harry Maguire, who's pulled out into this right wing position. Harry Maguire attempting to whip crosses in. I think McTominay made that one look better than it actually was. Anthony. Ineffective skills, but he finds a teammate. Amrabat. Boy. Saka, Martinelli, Wondergaard, Jesus or Rice, baby. They bagged that. Well, it's nice to be not struggling like these lot. Garnacho hitting step overs. But like a lot of his teammates, they're not going anywhere. United still have possession. Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw. Is he going to go home to Onana? Backs himself to get that pass, and he does. It's a weird game. There should be more goals than currently there is, which is only 1. Doesn't really look like a philosophy from Chelsea at this moment. They pass the ball very slow as well. Onana. Luke Shaw. Lindelof. Luke Shaw. Onana. Needs an option. The former Inter Milan keeper. He has one in the lot. Does look like there's better patterns, of play here with Man United. And I did think Anthony was fouled off the ball. Chelsea get away with that. These guys are the same age as our players. They better get good. 1 billion spent. Boy. Brighton are winning 2-1. Hills in Wood. Looks like Brighton have another regen there. And Brighton are beating Brentford 2-1. Cole Palmer. Caicedo. Disasi. He's done okay, if I'm honest. Not good. It's not good from a Chelsea perspective. Caicedo doesn't offer enough in that deep 6 position. Disasi. The defenders of Chelsea are seeing plenty of the ball. Caicedo. Has his pass found someone? It's found Mudryk. who had it been for his decision making, he might have an assist of his own tonight. But he doesn't, and Chelsea are still losing people by a goal to nil. Cole Palmer. Disassi. 10 minutes of this half remaining, excluded, added on time, folks. Disassi tries to drop a shoulder on Garnacho. Garnacho's tried to press high. Poor from Cucurella. It's quite fortunate that Disassi bailed him out. Luke Shaw having none of it. And it looks like Disassi and, it looked like there was going to be a bit of handbags. Just a bit of camaraderie and sportsmanship there. How did Chelsea not score? It was a lovely run from Raheem Sterling. He squared it to Jackson. Jackson, come on. I can't tell a professional footballer, much less a professional striker, about finishing chances, but surely that looked like you only need one touch, and that's to put it in the back of the net. Jackson, he's found Mudryk. Mudryk. Oh, look, what can he do? Mudryk. Come on. Get this guy off, man. Stop playing make-a-wish shoots. He therefore won the opportunity to be a footballer, man. You're an industry plant. You can't be a footballer. Telling people he's in the wrong sport. I don't know when the next Olympic is, but you could make something for Ukraine. Horrible. And I was going to do in the benefit of the doubt and say that there's been a block there, because it did look like that. In fact, he's not hit the target. Boy, Chelsea have been out of this game, but they have had chances. Anthony. Oh. Okay, Thiago Silva, it's not getting anywhere, but you got ripped. Got ripped on a light one. Sanchez playing Chelsea into problems. Chelsea have got away with that. In fact, no, Caicedo's had his pocket money robbed. Højlund has dropped his shoulder on Enzo Fernandez. Garnacho shot his effort. I can't lie. Effort has been blocked. I can't lie. Chelsea players are looking meaty. That looked like a handball from Mudryk. Cole Palmer. Caicedo and Enzo getting ripped. Oh, Cole Palmer's lost the ball cheaply. He's done that on occasion today, and he's not alone. A number of Chelsea players have. Just a bunch of stars. It's like that. In school when you play PE, play football in PE, and there's a team that has all the lit guys, and they're not winning nothing. Garnacho step overs, Cucurella not falling for none of that. It is still here with Man United. Sounds dumb, and it is every football game, but it seems like this game will come down to who can be the most clinical. What dreams was Arteta having about Mudryk? To be fair, just because it's not working in a Chelsea shirt, don't mean it wouldn't have worked in an Arsenal shirt. But I hear that Scott McTominay's down. Luton Town unlucky. Arthur, boy, you was talking smoky yesterday. Whether they're unlucky or lucky, who cares? We got the 3 points. Big up Luton, though, man. Gave us a big test yesterday. And another day they get something else from it. What actually happened to Scott McTominay there? He's still down. Mudryk and Jackson have had half chances and not done good enough. I think Sanchez should be screaming at his Chelsea colleagues, really, because he probably knows they should have conceded a lot more. Scott McTominay is still down. We hope for the best. He looks like he's in a spot of bother here. Bruno Fernandes attempting to console his teammate. Ooh, Anthony absolutely nutmegged Thiago Silva. Ultimately, he didn't go anywhere, but it was a neat little bit of skill there. What did Sanchez see? He sold Levi Cole very short. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo behaving like the Chuckle brothers out there. Money can't buy happiness unless you buy someone from West Ham, innit? All the lit guys just doing skills while others play as a team. Mudryk was scouted for Arsenal. Blame Shakhtar, sold him for a bag. Listen, I rate Shakhtar. They finessed. Hush Puppy be proud of it. They absolutely robbed people. Scott McTominay's goal, the difference. And it's a good finish with his left peg, for that goal, watching it again. Again, you'd imagine, I thought there'd be 3 to 4 minutes added on at halftime, before halftime, better yet. I think there'd be about 7 now. Arsenal fans could never cope if they paid 90 bags for this Mudryk. But hey, United are bare open, though. Chelsea just haven't got the stove on. There should be a lot more goals for both teams. Should probably be about 4-2 in Manchester United's favour. Scott McTominay is on his feet. He has gone to the side of the pitch, though. As much as I criticise Ten Hag, I don't know Pochettino's game plan for Chelsea at this moment in time. It looks like Man United are trying to play with intensity, trying to press high, trying to create goal-scoring opportunities. Ultimately, that is being done within the realms of mediocrity. But yeah, Chelsea, they look like they're winging it, if I'm honest. The only thing I can see is that there's a commitment to playing out from the back. But between Pochettino and the players, they've got to find a solution because they're not looking after the ball well enough. There's not enough care. People are getting caught. but doesn't seem like there's a game plan to progress the defensive third into the middle third and thus likely create goal scoring opportunities. This is an awful watch. Harsh, still better than Anthony. Who's that? Mudryk or Anthony? I don't know, man. I'd rather work with Mudryk because Anthony's attitude seems like it sucks. Mudryk looks like the attitude's there. You're just a bit of a pussycat. Enzo Fernandez. Silva. Disassi. Feel sorry for Thiago Silva, Disassi, Sanchez, if I'm honest with you. Sanchez made some saves. He is booky. Enzo Fernandez has found Disassi. Disassi has to hook it first time. Cole Palmer heads it onto Cucurella. Cucurella is where the ball's lost. I tell a lie. Raheem Sterling is where the ball's lost. Chelsea still have it. Spoke too soon. No, I didn't. Caicedo. To be fair, United Stadium can't sort the toilets. Chelsea play like they need to be at the toilet. Oh, you're crazy, man. Højlund. Surely a foul by Caicedo. A cheap foul. One that didn't need to be made. Free kick for Manchester United. This Colwell is average and the story can't even dislodge 40-year-old Thiago Silva. To be fair, Thiago's olden but golden, man. I like Colwell, man. I think Chelsea fans gas him, but very talented player with a big future, man. And I think he should be in the England setup. I don't really think he's a left back like that. I think you can get, I don't know about today, but I think you can get away with it in games. But yeah. Bruno Fernandes, who has missed a penalty today. Can he produce something magical? Like a former Manchester United and Portuguese player from this angle. It's going to have to be something very good. Going to have to get up and down very quickly. But this is almost in a territory where you'd reckon a player like him should be able to test the keeper and probably rips up the halftime team notes for both teams. It is a long way out, though. Will it be something from the training ground or will Bruno go for it? He might be playing a poker face, but it looks like he goes for it. It's a corner. He did hold it down. What? We're screaming back free tax. Big up DG. If this was what over 200 mil gets you in midfield, I don't want it. They got no system in it. Obviously, not really. Well, Pochettino as well, but Chelsea just buying bare players. Chelsea have had no corners. Manchester United have had 4. And they're about to take one here with Luke Shaw. What can they do here? Luke Shaw plays it short. I thought he was going to swing it in. Deluded, he squared it. Not the best. Bruno's gone for goal. He shanked at it. Horrible effort. To be fair, he didn't have much time. You know, what could have been a decent set piece from a Man United perspective came to nothing. Chelsea probably need to count their lucky stars that it's still only 1-0. Probably need to be very frustrated in that everyone's not doing well enough. But they have had chances to score. Jackson, the highlight. Mudryk as well. Sterling, I think as well, haven't done well enough. Enzo Fernandez, disarmed. How many times is he going to lose the ball there? Anthony, you're lucky you're playing these, man. Anthony somehow managed to give a poor example of ball retention after I thought I saw something pretty terrible by Enzo Fernandez. It's here with Disassi. Not really the game where it's littered with quality. Thiago Silva. What can he do? Cole Palmer. Cucurella. Haven't really seen much of him in the final third. Raheem Sterling. This right-hand side from Chelsea, stinky though, man. Not even, I can't tell Pochettino anything about football, but not even for 10 minutes. Mudryk and Sterling swap. Surely Sterling's better off the left. And Mudryk at least has the luxury to be able to cut in and have more balls to his arrow. Is that a decent ball over the top from Chelsea? No. Amrabat. Luke Shaw. So Garnacho short and Garnacho's touch isn't that good. Cole Palmer. Cucurella. Chelsea play like individuals. Never seen City look so poor on the ball. What? Not against us at the Emirates, no. I'm telling you, Douglas Luiz would be a fantastic addition to us. Been superb. Leon Bailey having a great game too. Villa all over City. Big up Leon Bailey. Cole Palmer. All right, Onana is meaty, blood. Big up Cole Palmer. You're winning the allegations. Onana, that's horrible. Again, Chelsea have finally taken one of their chances. Half-time team notes for both teams have been ripped up. It is game on. Cole Palmer has drawn Chelsea level and got them back into the game. First real bit of quality from Chelsea. Horrible by Man United. Good passes of play from Chelsea. Thiago Silva, Mudryk's done very well. Mudryk technically gets the assist. He's found Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer's done well to keep the move alive. Go for the shot. He has found the far corner. Rumors say Onana is still diving. Jumped all over it. What? Onana's on some next thing, man. Boy. Cole Palmer, the Manchester City former player, scores against his boyhood club and Manchester City's rivals, if you can call it that, Manchester United. Both teams have had chances they should have done better with. Both teams have looked shaky defensively. I don't think there can be any complaints. Boy, and it is 1-1, folks. Game on. Jackson, who it could have even been 2-1 Chelsea. Neither team's been good enough in the final third. Basketball game. How much they pay for Onana? Too much? As much as we might moan about Ryo or Ramsdale, you know, in life, you need to be thankful. Someone's always got it worse. Anthony tries to find Bruno. Composure by Disassi, really and truly. Levi Colwill. Looks like he's making a mess of that. He's still got it, but he's making it harder than it needs to be. Thiago Silva will bail him out. Enzo Fernandez does very well, actually, to find Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer to Caicedo. Caicedo is, apologies. It's here with Cole Palmer, and it's now out here with Cucurella. It's game on. 8 minutes of added on time in this first half, folks. Only United would have paid them 55 mil. Italian job settings. Do you think we dodged the bullet with Mudryk, or just poor coaching and lack of game time? I mean, undoubtedly, it looks like a bullet dodged in it, but at the same time, you know, Arsenal we're more ahead in terms of the project. We have more of an identity than Chelsea. Arteta might have known better his weaknesses. You know, I don't know from the point Mudryk has signed, how many different managers have been at Chelsea, how many of his potential teammates have gone out the door, how many different lineups have Chelsea deployed, how many different formations. So it's kind of set up for failure, essentially. I remember when we was linked with Onana on the free. I told, man, we got the icy freeze, but the keepers, man. Goalkeeper thing's not our thing, man. 1 minute of added on time. Boy. And I would love to have half-time cams, man, in games like this. Good half for Villa. One of you actually said Villa are winning a 0-0. Boy. Cole Palmer is mid, but he's in my FPL. I should have done that. Wait. I must have Cole Palmer. That's something I would do, man. That's something I would do. Me try and bust myself. I must have done something. Oh, no, it's not that thing. I got Sterling. Oh, Sterling, you need to do something, man. You need to do something. Luke Shaw needs to be very careful. Very careful. Was ruled out of play. So Villa are not winning. Caicedo. How's the United game? Not been watching it. Poor quality from both sides in the final third. There should be more goals in this game. 2 lapses in concentration from both teams has seen them concede. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. So, yeah, Aston Villa's goal was disallowed, folks. But from what you lot are saying, obviously, I'm not watching the Villa game. It sounds like they're doing very well. Captain Levi Colwill's out there today. I mean, he's been at Chelsea's first team for 2 minutes. Must be all right. Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea need more from their midfield. Levi Colwill, pass, can't find Jackson. They need a lot more from Jackson. I think that's a soft free kick. Bit bewildered at that one. Mudryk would have had less pressure at Arsenal and would have to fight for his place. Thought he'd be good for us. Obviously, we weren't trying to pay what Chelsea paid, but, you know, if you got him for 40-odd million, then obviously it's calm. But assuming we were ready to commit 70-odd million quid, would there really have been that much no pressure on him? There would have been hella pressure. You know, with the amount of flirting he did for the club, etc. Bruno misses a pen that doesn't happen to a true captain. I hear the agenda, man. Allow him. Garnacho. Cannons off Cucurella. Luke Shaw steps in. Garnacho, it's rebounded him. What the hell was that? Is that a corner? Okay, goal kick. That was Bandulu as hell. These teams are going to play for a draw. Villa been excellent. Louise, McGinn, Bailey, Luca Dean, Paul Torres, Emmy, all excellent, all good players. Villa should be 3-0 up, honestly. I mean, in the Prem, take your chances. As you saw, Chelsea and United haven't taken their chances, which sees them currently drawing. Aston Villa against Spurs. Spurs should have killed the game in the first half. Arsenal against Spurs, all that, you know, a few months ago, we should have won that game. We didn't kill the games when you have to. In the Premier League, you have to keep punching until the ref says stop. 1-0 is a dangerous scoreline, especially in games like this. I mean, there goes my prediction out the window. Garnacho, what could he do before halftime? Ooh, appeals for handball. I don't think so. Surely that's the end of the half. I think Jacob Ramsey would be good at Arsenal. Sure, a few seasons ago, even last season, he had a very good game against us. That Grealish money coming to rotation. Yeah, you know, their poorest player looks like Telemans, or whenever I look, he's the one that I'm never moved by. Aston Villa got, listen, Saturday, we're going to have to be on job in it. They got Cash, they got Luca Dean, they got Pau Torres, got some very good players. Obviously, Diaby, all of it's written in the stars, just like Kudus in the League Cup against West Ham. It's written in the stars that these guys score. Corner kick to Manchester United, folks. At this point, I'm not sure how I think we're just going to keep playing until the ref decides let's change. But it has been VAR business. McTominay has been injured. The linesman was even getting his walkie-talkie changed. That's a good corner. Oh, Sanchez is a lucky guy there. Lucky lad. Is that the last kick of the ball for the first half? What happened there? Let's see that again. Pardon me, Sanchez is half flapped at it. Good pass from Mikhail Mudryk to set up Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, don't get twisted, had a lot to do. It's very poor from Onana. Because you obviously is, I'm sure he will say he's blocked, but there's only one thing, and he's done it well. There's only one thing on Cole Palmer's mind. He's just caressed it ever so slowly into Onana's far post. Good bit of play from him, but poor. I've got Cole Palmer, Gabriel Martinelli, Saka, and Burma in my FPL. You're eating, man. I hope you're not in my league. Jackson looked like he was fouled there. Ref agrees. Diaby on 50 mil too. Villa looking like 4-3 type game unless whoever is in goal plays proper. But to be fair, you lot said Aston Villa have been on top. But I remember earlier, some of you said Martinez made 2 big saves. Ref said play on after what looked like a foul. Caicedo, Mudryk needs to know there's a man on there. Wanted 20 years on the ball, has lost it. I don't know how long's left of the first half. Was Anthony fouled there? He was. DG, do you realistically see Sancho playing for United again? I want to say yes, because at the end of the day, he's got a long contract. I'm sure there'll be loan offers, maybe even permanent offers in January for him, whether they're offers that United accepts, another thing. In theory, you know, who's more likely to last? Jadon Sancho or Ten Hag? I don't know. Fulham are running riot against Nottingham Forest. It's Fulham 4, Nottingham Forest 0. Iwobi is bagged. Hey, lenders. Fulham are cooking. Remember, Telemans to Arsenal was 100%. To be fair, in hindsight, boy, you never know, because we could have spent the bag on Rafinha, who don't look that good over there at Barca. Mudryk not really doing nothing at Chelsea. You know, Vlahovic is doing okay at Juventus, but I would hardly say, you know, if your team needs a striker, if you're not an Arsenal fan, obviously people like Vlahovic, his name gets mentioned, but it's all awesome, and he's not neck and neck with him. Finally, is at the end of the first half. End of the first half, folks. It is 1-1 if you didn't catch that. Let's refresh the Premier League website and see what the other scores are. As I just said, Fulham are winning 4-0 against Nottingham Forest. Liverpool are winning 1-0 against Sheffield United. By the same scoreline, Bournemouth are beating Crystal Palace a goal to 0. Obviously, in the game we're watching, it's 1-1. It's 0-0 somehow, based on how you lot are describing Aston Villa against City. Tomorrow, you've got Everton against Newcastle and Spurs West Ham. Iwobi and Jimenez on for hat-tricks. I know one of you got either player or both in your FPLs. This is Bozo FC versus CF Bozo. I can't lie, this game's a mid-off. Both teams, big up yourself, Woozy. Both your teams, you know, if you're Chelsea, even though I think United have been on a stronger foot and probably the better team, you could probably be ahead. You didn't take their chances. United should have scored about 3-4 early doors. Bruno's missed a pen. There's been some couple of half chances. Both teams have been prone to lapses in concentration. I think Chelsea have been let off the hook in that regards. I think Pochettino needs to take this time to find a solution to, you know, for Chelsea playing out from the back. I'd say that's one thing United have done well, is press them high. But the quality in the final third, the lapses in concentration, the indifferences in midfield are consistent for both teams. I do think Amrabat and obviously goal scorer McTominay are doing a lot better than Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. Cole Palmer's had some nervy moments or moments that could have been capitalized, but at the end of the day, he's paid to make the difference in the final third and has drawn Chelsea back into this. Arteta is definitely watching the Villa game. I'm sure he's cooking in the lab right now. He needs to. Looks like we both have ish keepers, Onana and Raya. Bring on the AFCON. Boy, yeah, no. Big up Raya's thing. Raya's better than Onana. At least I can say he did it at Brentford on the shameless one. Italian tax. I'm shameless with it. We don't want to link up. This match is flashbacks to secondary school level. The way Villa are playing, should we be scared next week, especially without Tommy? You mean this weekend? 100%. Like 100%. You know, I'm very nervous that Tomiyasu isn't there because he's one of the most that switched on defensively. Villa are in great form, and it sounds like they're giving City a run for their money. They've got a fantastic coach. They're a fantastic collective bunch. Individually, there's quality in all thirds of their pitch. We're going to their place. I would have fancied, you know, I like to get the away games out of the way, but I would have fancied Villa coming to the Emirates. I don't have it to hand, but it just seems like when you know, look at Match of the Day or whatever, it seems like even though they beat Spurs at their place, it seems like they're better at home than away. But we'll deal with that on Saturday, man. DG, which Chelsea players make Arsenal's first team? Good question. Let's actually look at who started. First team, I don't know for starting 11, but players that will get game time. Raheem Sterling will cook for Arteta still. I think there's game time for Caicedo and Enzo in the middle of the park for us. Big up Kai Havertz, though. I'm having Cole Palmer in the squad. He's meaty, but I'm having Mudryk. Jackson, you can stay there. Cole Palmer. Wait, there's no Tomiyasu. You know, Levi Colwill, apologies. You're more than welcome. I'd have Thiago Silva for a year. Desassi? Nah. Cucurella? Nah. Sanchez, I'm all right, man. Caicedo could do the 16. Rice do the 8 stuff. Boy. Caicedo will need to improve on the ball throughout his Chelsea career. Obviously, he's never going to become a madman, but yeah. Oh, football's crazy, man. Luton are a very tough side, really and truly, man. Won the game, though. That's most important. Reece James come to the red side of London. I mean, he fit right at home with our injury record, wouldn't he? Aston Villa, I'm worried about more than Brighton, to be honest. But I'm scared of everyone. We got Liverpool this month. We got, you know, fear keeps you alive. Only the paranoid survive. Bars, slyly. Hey, Tion Wayne, shout me. Brighton is scary. West Ham is scary. Liverpool, let alone Liverpool away, is scary. Like, the only game I'm kind of calm about is the Champions League because unlike the team playing today, we've done our job in that regards. And you want to see Reece James stay fit, man, because at some point this is going to kill your potential. Gusto, squad settings. First team, none would get minutes. Mudryk, Colwill, Caicedo. I mean, Havertz has turned it around of late, but I think Caicedo, right now with our injuries, I think, you know, Levi Colwill, and Enzo / Caicedo, they'd start. But yeah, current on form, meaty. I'm happy we didn't get Mudryk. His awareness on the pitch is pants. No, Cole Palmer is good, but he'd be getting that Smith Rowe treatment. There's a role for Cole Palmer at Arsenal. You could do the 10 thing when Odegaard weren't there. Could run him in the 8 when everyone was auditioning for that. Obviously, Mikel Arteta at times, even though I don't really like it from Fabio Vieira, has played him out wide. Cole Palmer is a lovely footballer, man. But can't praise it too much. He plays for them, man. Villa are a fantastic team. They have no players playing for the name on the back. They all play for the badge in the front. Levi Cole was not 16, but I hear it. That fight for the goalkeeper spot at Arsenal looking interesting, but I'm screaming, we might have to just shot both of them, you know. Spanner in the works. If they keep with extra time, they have to consider adding one more sub. Over the course of the season, that's 570 minutes added, more than 6 full games added. All right, big up C for the maths, man. That's crazy. Palmer is better than Smith Rowe and Fabio for Arsenal. I mean, heavy heart Smith Rowe. I need to listen, Cole Palmer. He's following Smith Rowe's lead scoring today, isn't it? Fabio's not really anything to scream and shout about. I like him, but yeah, we need a bit more from him, don't we? Thiago Silva, I'd welcome him, especially if we're trying to fight for a league title. Obviously, you know, Saliba and Gabriel can't play every game. I know Benjamin White can play centre half. I'm very fond of Kirill, but you know, Thiago for 12, 18 months, I think he'd do all right here, man. Wealth of experience as well. Could, like, let's be real, you know, Saliba's lit with the, you know, with the you know, the world at his feet kind of thing. But at the same time, imagine what you learned from Thiago Silva. It's like if you're any of them young players in Arsenal's midfield, or even if you're Declan Rice, there's so much things you could learn from Jorginho. Trossard, Saka scoring, so I don't think he needs to worry. But I just wish after training, and to be fair, the last couple of games, Trossard ain't been clinical. But if he could take probably his brethren Jesus, if he could take Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka and work on finishing, be all right, man. Yeah, I'd get rid of one and bench the other if we get Alisson. Imagine Thiago Silva in the Rob Holding 3-5-2. I hear it. I like this basketball style of football, not for my club, but it's fun to watch as a neutral. I hear that. How many more chances are Nana going to get? Rashford has a shocker dropped next game. But who else are you going to play? I mean, I don't know why that Turkish brother you lot signed hasn't been given an opportunity, but obviously, you know, Nana's got more seniority than him. He's been signed for big money and things, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. I don't know, man. I think Onana needs to do a lot better with that from Cole Palmer. Take nothing away because I think it's a good bit of improvisation from Cole Palmer, but there's only one thing on his mind. And take nothing away from Cole Palmer, as I said, but it's a very tame effort, really. And again, I can't say anything about being a goalkeeper, but he's jumped over it. So your starting position isn't necessarily the best. Fear keeps you alive. Only the paranoid survive. You're going to put it on the shirt. I hear it. I hear it. It was a hard save. Had to look through 4 legs. I hear that. You're right, man. With us getting rid of Ramsdale, Eddie, and potentially Smith Rowe Nelson, they have to be replaced with English players. Who would you take in today's football? Good question. You're going to have to shout some names, man. I would have loved Tino Livramento, but that one's gone now. I wouldn't mind Bowen, but that's a myth. I mean, I'd love Trent, but that's a myth. Reece James, that's a myth. I mean, the Madison Bolt, for obvious reasons, is gone. That Ramsey at Villa could do a thing in the squad. You know what? The jury's still out, but that you at Newcastle, is it Millie or Miley or whatever? He looks decent. Ollie Watkins. Listen, big up Ollie Watkins. I'm not trying to play down his thing, but the time is still going. Apologies, man. Love for that save. I'm not trying to play down his thing, and I think Ollie Watkins is a good striker, and I don't know. I don't think Arsenal are going to get these guys, but I'd love to explore the Vlahovics, the Osimhens, the Seskos, these kind of guys. Trent would be lovely at Arsenal. I think we'd, hearts in our mouths. If you imagine if Zinchenko and Trent were both playing in the team, it's all fun and games going that way. Defensively, yeah. Jury's still out, not going to lie, but a good player. I like Miley, man. Can't say Watkins is better than Jesus. He's not, but he's more of a natural goal scorer, man. And we have looked at him for a while. And I am a lot more fond of him, like we've been linked with a number of English strikers. Obviously, the Tammy Abraham hype seems to have gone. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's been injured, so his hype to a bigger team's kind of gone. Not saying it can't happen. If it was any 2 English strikers right now, it's probably between Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins. And I don't know which one would bang more, if I'm honest. I like the fact that Watkins is more of a proven goal scorer. I think he's got more varieties in the runs he makes further forward. In fact, saying that, there's a lot of Ivan Toney can do a lot. It's a bit like the Lacazette kind of thing. Like, obviously, they're not the same players, but Watkins is a bit more Aubameyang, and Ivan Toney, even though he got 20 league goals, is a bit more Lacazette for me. I don't know, man. You'd imagine Ivan Toney would probably be a bit cheaper on the basis of, I'm sure Ollie Watkins has signed a new deal / been in talks to sign one, even though that has been said for Brentford with Ivan Toney, but he's got 18 months left on his deal. There's talk of moving and things like that. Gordon proved me wrong. You look nothing to scream and shout about at Everton, but you as well. But half of these guys are at clubs that are not going to let them go very cheaply, innit? And this is why it's important to kind of bring through stuff. Like, you look at, Kobe Mainoo, who arguably could have played today, if I'm honest, for Man United. Ivan Ferguson would be lit, but he's Irish, innit? I know technically he's eligible to play for England. I was trying to be specific. I'm taking Toney and Pickford. I like Pickford, but I'm not on it, man. Like, if we had to choose between Ramsdale, Pickford, and Raya, which FM wonder kid should we be looking at? Who have I got in my team? Estavio, the Brazilian youth. That Rooney Bajai guy from Copenhagen. Yeah, if you follow me on Football Manager, people, by the way, update for some of you. I know Manny's in the cup. We've got a Champions League final against Liverpool. And we play Leicester on the last day of the season. We're 2 points in front of Liverpool for the league. It's as simple as that. We win that, we're free. I think Toney may have more about him. It's a tough decision. I'm glad I'm not Edu. I hear that. But at the same time, as much as I would be happy if you signed Watkins or Ivan Toney, surely there must be one of them strikers that's been on the scene the last 18 months. Or for me, Sesko, who technically falls into that category. Because, for instance, I think if we did go for Ivan Ferguson or Sesko and that, I think they'd be better long-term signings, and I think they'd prove their worth, and I'd rather them. But I do think if he was to sign the Ollie Watkins and Ivan Toney's, it's more of an instant thing. Eze would be lit, Elise would be lit, but again, it's going to cost big bucks. Magic Mike is good, but I don't know if he can beat the IC3 keeper allegations. This is it as well. Like he looks like it's irrelevant from him, but I don't know. United's own under is scaring me. Got to make your own starts, to be honest. There you have it. Interesting questions, man. Ferguson has signed a contract extension at Brighton. No chance you're getting for less than 100 mil. Exactly. And they know that whether they need him or not, United are keeping tabs. You heard Spurs were linked with him. City don't need him, but City do crazy things. Arsenal are needing a forward. Probably, pardon me, another club. I don't know. Depends on. I know he doesn't play up front. And it depends on where Mo Salah keeps it moving. But in terms of a new age front line, you could make a case of Ferguson fitting in at Liverpool, even though they got Darwin Núñez, who, to be fair, has played out wide on a couple of occasions for them. Sesko rather over Ferguson. Wait 1 sec. How did you manage to claw back that 7-point deficit? We won the games we needed to win, my boy. We won what we needed to win, my boy. Like, did what we needed to do, man. I can't lie. I actually did not restart any, but I didn't play it live. Did what we needed to do, man. You got to do what you need to do, man. We're going to lose the Champions League final to Liverpool anyways, but we're happy. Garassi or Boniface? I prefer Boniface. Garassi's kind of been about for a while. Strikers do peak late. Strikers are very funny, but are you here to do this, or is this just a purple patch? I don't know. Magic Mike's lit, man, but I think he's beat them allegations, but I don't know, man. Elise would be perfect competition for Saka. Forwards market going to be next big six looking at. I mean, strikers always going to be in demand. They win games, and you can't rule out Chelsea. It's probably expected they sign the Osimhens and lot of these worlds, but if they don't, then you'd imagine they're looking up front, regardless of them having Christopher and Nkunku and so on and so forth. I'm not on relying on Jesus. I think we need another striker. I like Jesus, but we need to do what City do. Like, you're part of the squad, you get game time. If you score, great, but you're not a proven killer. I love the fact that Arsenal got 80-odd goals last season, 20-odd this year, 11 goal scorers, a lot of guys that have come off the bench. But when you look through it, we're playing a dangerous game. Saka is the only one I bet on to get a decent amount of goals, because you've done it in the last 2 seasons prior to, obviously, this one. Martinelli and Odegaard announced themselves, but that was their first year. So it wouldn't surprise me if they score double figures again, but it also wouldn't surprise me if they don't. Jesus is not known. I mean, the Brazil manager, Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, Arsenal fans, we all praise him and whatnot, but he's never been praised for being a goal scorer. Yeah, it's peaked for him so far at Leipzig, but I believe in him and his quality, man. It's more of a long-term thing, which is why I go back to what I'm saying, in that I'd rather one of them. But if we're trying to fight for the title today and we need people to kind of do this thing now, I think short-term, the Watkins, the Ivan Tonys, these guys is more value for money. Sesko will come good in a few years, but right now we need something bigger. I hear that. Boy. Just waiting on the second half to kick off. There's some new midfielder Leon got that's good. I forgot his name, but it reminds me of Diaby. We should get him. I know you're talking about. I did a video on him, the lanky one, left-footed guy. And I think he's got dreads or single plaits or something. He's just signed for Leon, but he looks decent, man. Like 6 foot odd. He even looks 7 foot. I'm probably exaggerating with 7 foot, but he tries to play football like he's Santi Cazorla or something. So yeah, man. DG did I didn't cheat, but he totally did. I get it. The game's the game. You got to do what you got to do, man. If Timo Werner is getting picked over you lot, it's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah, it is, It is. There's even talk Werner could leave. He's actually been linked with Manchester United, even though Ten Hag came out today and said, I don't expect any business in the January transfer market. He's 6'8". So, yeah, he's tall as hell, man. Reece James looks like he's coming on. He's coming on. Who's he come off for? Cucurella? Cucurella moved to the left. Reguilon's coming on. Machine for fullbacks. And they say us fullbacks are not the most important in the team. Second half has kicked off. It's still 1-1 between these two sides. Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty. Cole Palmer and Scott McTominay with the different. Yeah, man, he's a madman. But jury's still out. It's still early doors, man. Keep it up. Keep agendas. Desassi has knocked it into the channels. Nicholas Jackson. Don't know what he tried to do. Mad to think 6'8" is like average side in NBA. That's crazy. Never knew that. Like the stream if you haven't done such. Appreciate you, Yoni. Villa doing us a favor right now. Listen, I don't want no one to do us favors. I hear you, but the only favors Arsenal could do is winning what they need to win. Lovely bit of play from Cole Palmer. Can he pick out someone? Enzo Fernandez to his left. Mudryk has checked his run. He's done well to go back to Cole Palmer, who I thought was clipped there. Ref says play on. If Werner goes United, I would love. To be fair, he could make an agenda. Him on the left wing, it might be something. I don't think Garnacho ends up as a winger, but then again, sometimes I do. Hey, Chi1, Ra, you haven't been here for time, man. You forgot about your favorite content creators. It's a shame when the regulars go missing. But you're right. It is a mid-off. I can't tell Poch anything about football, but surely Lindelof has come off for United, by the way, people. Surely Sterling on the left-hand side, Mudryk on the right, just for 10 minutes. I mean, Sterling's bread and butter in the Premier League was off the left. Saying that against City, did he not perform well on the right? Boy, Jackson sold Caicedo. Sure, I thought Caicedo was clamped there. Ref don't give a crap. Reece James makes up for it. Reece James, surely put the ball out for a teammate, lad. Not listening to me. He's tried to clip it over the top for Jackson. It's quite poor, really, from him. Luke Shaw, that was poor as well. He's kicked the ball. Liverpool 2-0 up against Sheffield United. Pick up yourself, G1 again. Hopefully a 6 does happen in Jan. City moving mad without Rodri, like how we used to move without Partey. But hey, I mean, it makes the Calvin Phillips signing look spooky, and it just shows you City will buy a 6. No clue what Pochettino is upset about, but he's upset about something, people. The sassy Silver. You lot make me wish I did a watch along for Villa City though, man. But I just think you lot are on the big club bias thing. You can't win, can you? Mikhail Mudryk. For some reason, a foul's been given. The ref's done his best to make it about him on occasion, innit? Play continues. Well, I don't know why I said that. Anthony's in possession. Anything's possible. Levi Colwill. Mikhail Mudryk. I mean, if you're Chelsea, he needs to put the burners on. One thing I like about Mudryk is you could do the kind of Sterling thing with him. Just put the ball in behind. Then it's down to his decision making. Speaking of ballers in behind, Raheem Sterling tries to play it across. Shaw hooks it first time. I'm a bit unsure if that's actually gone out for a corner or a goal kick, but it's something for Chelsea there. Jan window is going to be stressful, boy. Yo, Caicedo has been mid at Chelsea. Has it only been me that thinks that? Nah, it's been mid, man. He's been mid. But then again, Chelsea tax. The whole team's a mess. Everyone's going to be a mess. I do like Caicedo. I do think he'll come good. I still would take him at Arsenal. Definitely if Chelsea would give us a discount. But I do think he's quite a limited footballer on the ball, if I'm honest. Not to knock him. Corner kick to Chelsea. Can they flip this on its head? Mudryk delivers a decent knock, really. Oh, wow. Would that have been a foul? Would that have been offside? I don't know. I think it's a goal kick. Could Jackson have done better there? I don't know. Let's see that again. Reece James won the first side. Ooh. I don't know if a flag went up. I'm going to assume it didn't. Oh, Nano. Looks like Chelsea are trying to press high now. Oh, Nano finds Luke Shaw. Surely he's just going to have to hook it. He does hook it. But to no one. Well, to a teammate of his, but only for England and Reece James. Caicedo. Here with Thiago Silva. Yeah, should have done Villa. Great game. High quality. Lewis booked. Fouling Louise. I'm jealous, man. You live and learn. You live and learn. Next time I put it down to a vote, man. Big up Marcel. He said it's 2-0. Shabozla is bagged. Mudryk was fouled. Man said Astrid Jackson. Boy. Right, the Chelsea goalkeeper. I mean, Chelsea United second choice goalkeeper's warming up. Does he think he can come on? Mudryk is still down, people. What 6 is there to buy? With the Euros coming, no one's leaving their club. They want to make the Euro team. I hear that, but that's the job for Mick. And you're right. But Edu and Mikel Arteta have to make sure that don't happen. Or I'm not being funny here, but and obviously it is difficult for the top 6 or teams to buy players. You know, everybody, not to knock Brighton, but everybody talks about, me, myself included, Brighton find all of these players from anywhere. And don't get twisted. I would love Arsenal every now and again to, obviously Martinelli kind of came out from nowhere to kind of do that. But fans of Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, they're not going to put up with all of that. But at the same time, I can't be wrong in thinking you must confine a 6 with relative distribution skills and progressive play and able to switch on. Chelsea, speaking of playing out from the back, have played themselves into issues. Chelsea had 2 shots in 55 minutes. So is the problems Rodri? Or is it deeper than that? I mean, the more City drop points, the better. But the more you lot sing Aston Villa's praises, is the more I start to believe it's going to be a smash and grab for City. Is Jeremy Doku playing? Have we got agendas? Never seen someone do spinneroonies against Bournemouth and get gassed. It's a quality player, though. You wouldn't have thought I did a video about him or tweeted about signing him for Arsenal in 2019, man. To be fair, he could have ended up at Liverpool at 16. In swinging corner by Bruno is horrible, man. Jackson says thank you for that. And Chelsea come out of counter-attack. Jackson's bugging out a bit. Horrible. You need to come off, man. Poch, you need to take him off. I bet Chelsea fans can't wait till Christopher Nkunku is fit to some degree. Mudryk is 3 against 4 for Chelsea. What can Mudryk do here? He's got an assist already. Can he shoot? Can he get a shot away? He does. It's cannoned off a Man United defender. Corner kick. Chelsea have started the second half very well, and they've been better than Man United in that. And you're starting to think now maybe the game will get flipped on its head. Bailey is cooking right now. Best attacker in the Premier League. Just the only one that could be better than him is Bobby Reid. And I think Damari Gray is the best winger in world football. You can ask the Canadians what Jamaica did. Big up the Canadians. Even though Bailey plays within himself for Jamaica, really. Raheem Sterling doesn't put in the cross. Cole Palmer, back to Raheem Sterling. Back to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer not using his right peg for nothing. Does use it and he finds a pass. Mudryk, the idea was good, but he's lost the ball. Doku not even in the squad. That's crazy. What are they screaming? Injury? I don't know. Caicedo, Fernandez, Caicedo. I've never seen Caicedo switch play. I can't lie to you. Swear they're gassing him for playing right back for Brighton. Shameless. Speaking of right backs, Reece James is giving it cheaply back to United. Garnacho finds Reguilon. Reguilon, poor. Allows Reece James to make up for his mistake, and his header goes out for a Man United throw in deep in Chelsea territory. Ten Hag talking to someone that could potentially be his brother. Battle of the Boldies going on. Sancho don't even exist at United. This guy's in Camberwell reliving his childhood with you're a madman. I don't like to see it with Jadon Sancho, man, because you're not allowed to do the very thing you worked hard to be as a footballer, in it. So hopefully there's a resolution. Caicedo, pardon me, does well. The sassy hook's clear. I got Harry Maguire wins it. Reguilon on loan from Tottenham Hotspur, and he come off the bench at half-time. Amrabat. United have kind of been caught cold here. Amrabat's done well, really. Cole Palmer was on him like a rash. There's a lot advancing forward. The Sancho thing's a mess, man. Absolute mess. These man Chelsea bums doing takeovers. Villa are playing. I'll take a point right now. I hear it. They're scary, man. The way they're playing, you're right, man. Amrabat. Seems like United haven't quite come out for the second half. They're a bit cold. Amrabat's pass was poor, but United still have possession. Anthony down this right-hand side. How long before we see Rashford and Martial? Could you have argued that they could have taken their chances? Garnacho's tried to relive his goal from the Everton game and tried to do some scissor kick thing. The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. It's poor from him. I think Delot's put in a number of dialogue. Delot, apologies for mispronunciation. He's put in a number of decent crosses. Touches in the opposition box. Manchester United have had 24. Double Chelsea's 12. But again, it's still 1-1. Desassy. Interesting stats. Oh, I didn't think Thiago Silva had to hook that first time, and it's fallen to Andrew Tate in midfield. Garnacho, was he offside? Nope. Ref doesn't agree. Reguilon. Well, you got fresh legs, man. You should be a menace down the left-hand side for Chelsea. Garnacho, what can he do here? He goes for the shot. He said, nah, the idea was right. Ultimately, he went on target. Nah, I just turned over to check City game is quality. I'm staying. You're doing good in my ear for Chelsea. Again, you lot are making me jealous. Do you know what? I'm still here, folks, but I have to get my second laptop, man. You lot are selling dreams. Gillette Soccer Saturday specials, man. I want to see what's going on with this Villa game myself, and you lot can't see, but I almost buckled over the charger that I'm holding in my hand for this laptop. That is crazy. Just hit the mic there, which was silly. Goal kick to Chelsea once again, folks. Let's put that on. We got this Chelsea game, but too many of you are commenting, man. I mean, can't have an elite content creator and there's an elite game on and I don't know what's going on. Big up Amazon Prime. You lot, come on, Jeff Bezos, you got money, man. You might as well take over this whole league. So all the games are on this. Probably the one subscription I've got that's worth it. Then again, Spotify is worth it as well. See what's going on over here. Let's put that over here. Let's put this on my stand over here. And immediately, it looks like the tempo's a lot better, but we're still here watching this. Caicedo, Jackson Martinez. I mean, he's held the ball up well. I can't lie, City are defending for their lives, innit? Villa Park is looking. I might have to turn this off. Villa Park, within 30 seconds of watching this game, is looking scary. Villa are attacking wave after wave. Well, we're concerned here. Cole Palmer's done well to find Reece James. Can he pick out a Chelsea man? It's skipped all the way through Man United's box. Offside would have come up anyways. DG just came in. What's your prediction? I said 1-1. I don't think it's going to end 1-1. Feels like someone's going to get robbed. DG is doing VAR duty. Truly a jack of all trades. Getting the likes. People appreciate that. Smash the like button if you haven't. Villa are looking good. Watkins just isn't finishing. Boy, in the Prem, if you don't finish your dinner, it's peak. Hopefully Villa have an off day on Saturday, man. But Saturday evening fixture, all their fans are going to do their shopping and their various tasks for the weekend and then make their way to the ground. Boy, we'll deal with that on Saturday. Don't know what that was from Thiago Silva, but Caicedo wins the header. Reguilon, that's poor. Højlund up against Caicedo. Caicedo can't get there. Surely a free kick for Højlund. And he gets the free kick. I'm shook at Villa Park this Saturday. We don't defend properly. If we don't defend properly, it could be peak. Shh. You ain't alone, man. But as I said, man, let's deal with that on Friday or something, man. Not today. Can't lie, City are getting caught playing out from the back. I hope Arsenal are watching this game. Because playing out from the back, we're going to need to be sensible. Scott McTominay. Come on, Ten Hag, make some changes, man. I think we're sick of this now. Chelsea as well. And if no one wants to play serious VAR, can we have some controversy? Raya is going to need his working boots on Saturday. These boys are going to bring pressure. I mean, I don't ever want my keeper to be the highest rated player, but I do hope he can come out of that game, you know, with a sense of pride. Poor corner from Luke Shaw, if I'm completely honest. Can Chelsea counter-attack Jackson? I can't watch, man. I don't really care if he comes off or not, but Jackson's not serious. The lot delivers, no one attacking. It's into the hands of Sanchez. Hey, Villa are moving mad. Boy, Garnacho. This man really said errors come to an end. DG. He was talking about United. Well, somehow he's made them worse. Come on, Villa, man. Hopefully Villa don't finish their dinner. Villa may actually get top four. Boy, they're going to be in and abouts. You get the results, who knows? And that attracts players to sign for your club. Obviously, Newcastle is probably bad news to all of the teams that are trying to emerge into that. But, yeah, I mean, Villa, you know, they were kind of expected to do what were kind of, for a couple of years, what we're seeing in their own way, Brighton doing, as I just said, with Newcastle. It's been a great day. And this just tells you that teams raise their game for the bigger teams. Come on, McGinn. Find someone. Garnacho in possession here as well. Hey, McGinn dive, man. It's here with Reguilon. Bro, Reguilon, this ain't worth watching, man. Luke Shaw. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is testing my patience. Bruno Fernandes. Caicedo can't quite nick it. Still here down Chelsea's right, Manchester United's left. Garnacho delivers. Way over hit, really and truly. He's gone out for a throw-in. Don Emery learned a good lesson first time in the Prem with us. I hear it, and I'm not dissing Aston Villa, but like I'm not being funny, but there's a reason Emery, you know, hasn't necessarily finished that high in his season where his teams have finished domestically. And I'm not buoying him because he's strong European pedigree. He's a cup king, but he thrives when he has these underdog teams And he thrives when, you know, he kind of defines a team's expectations. When he was at PSG, it didn't work, regardless of what he won. I personally think he let us down in the Premier League. The boys let him down in the Europa League final. Hey, what? Is it a pen? Is it City pen? I mean, not City, Villa pen, please. Oh, Leon Bailey just went close. Really want to watch that. It's difficult focusing on both games. Deflection. A deflected Anthony scruff shot almost went in, or the camera played tricks on us. It will be a corner. Quality lacking for both teams, man. But there is an effort from both. On another day, that might deflect and go in. But today, it didn't. Corner kick to Man United. It's an in-swinger with Bruno Fernandes. Needs to be quality. Sanchez hasn't looked the most convincing. He's played it short, actually. Garnacho back to Bruno. Bruno's delivered. These set-piece routines are horrible, man. It's falling to Shaw. Oh, it's hit hands. Is VAR going to get involved? Man United players surrounding. Swear down, tell him he ain't seen you for time. Ten Hag surrounding. Onana looking to show his passing distribution. It didn't bang. Matthias Nunes is coming on for City. Garnacho is here. Kovacic as well. That shows you City are losing control in the middle of the park over here at Villa. Where at Old Trafford, the quality isn't quite the same, folks. Enzo Fernandez. Can't find Jackson Poch. Seriously, like. How is he still on the pitch? Rico Lewis coming off. See, Rico Lewis is a very talented young player. But as I said before, when the time gets tough, he don't play for City. Look, it's getting tough right now. You're coming off. When it was the running to secure the treble, you got rubbed out. And he will be a key player for them. But Pep's not on that. Oh, VAR might be getting involved here. Ref has just asked the play to be stopped. I mean, it's hit Højlund and then hit the hand of Colwill. I mean, what is it? If that's given as a pen, we've seen them. Saliba got given a Buki one, but that's ridiculous. And rightly so. It looks like common sense has prevailed and play can continue. Manchester City doing their best to kind of take the sting out of the Villa Park game. Yeah, we might have to run 2 watch-alongs at the same time still. Reece James, who came on as a half substitute. Win probability, whatever this means on Amazon, says Chelsea has 34.2% chance of winning, Man United 29.2%, and the draw is 36.6%. Make of that what you will. Sanchez, has he found Reece James? Horrible effort. I mean, playing out from the back shouldn't be a problem for Chelsea. Garnacho, what can he do here? Garnacho twisting and turning, finds Bruno Fernandes, who missed the penalty. And the less said about that effort, the better. In relation to Aston Villa versus City, it looks like City are doing their best to take the sting out of the game. I'm watching the Villa game. This Man United match is a mess. One time United versus Chelsea was top billions. This is mid-table. Amen. DG bin this off. Watch City. I should really. United have had 10 corners. Chelsea have had 2. There's not been quality. Oh, Sanchez has flapped it. But then I'm going to have to make new graphics. And it's 9:45, man. Let me allow it. I've put in my shift, even though the Villa game must have kicked off before. There's been less added on time because they're slightly ahead. Thiago Silva, man, that new Premier League TV deal sucks. We should have PL Prime X-ray every week. Amen. Just tell me when Villa score. That's all that matters. If and they're on their counter attack here. Leon Bailey can't quite get there. Disassi, Cole Palmer, Reece James. Hasn't been the same since flying off to Turkey for his BBL surgery, Reece James. Cole Palmer. Ooh, good tackle by Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire hasn't put a foot wrong. Hopefully, I've jinxed him. Reguilon, that's a decent ball to Anthony. Anthony could be in here. Touch hasn't helped him, and the offside flag hasn't come up. Garnacho, what could happen here? Garnacho, I don't know if he was going to cross or shoot. He'd have to tell you what he's doing. It doesn't look like he committed to either or. Looks like a bit of both, like he's caught in two minds. Ten Hag's been doing up all of this all game. I hear it. There's pressure on your job. Good pass by Reguilon on the substitute. Also brought on at halftime. Looks like Oscar Bob for City is coming on the Norwegian, I believe. Another City regen. And United Newcastle should be looking at Kudus. It's going to cost too much money, man. I think everyone missed the boat with that one, if I'm honest. Villa had 16 shots to Manchester City's 2. It shows the Premier League. Caicedo. Caicedo tried to play a forward pass. Unfortunately, Christmas has not come early. It hasn't reached the man. Anthony up against Thiago Silva here. Anthony, what can he do? Give it straight to Caicedo. Caicedo finds Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer overplaying it. What happened there? Ref's giving a foul against United. DG, I know a St. Lucian guy used to have 2 TVs on. You're going to end up mad like him. Raw, big up St. Lucia, and how you know I'm not mad already, my guy? How do you know this doesn't provide my sanity, man? Smash the like button. Damn, man. Allow it, man. I'm just trying to watch 2 games of football. What's wrong with that? Damn. Wait. Anyways, where this game's concerned, Nicholas Jackson is good hold-up play. I'm surprised a foul's not been given. Great strength by him. Great bit of play from Jackson, really, if I'm honest. Too much to ask for. Man said he's not the joker yet. I don't think Ten Hag will last to the end of the season. I hear it. I think he might not last December, but at the same time, it might be one where this season's a write-off. You get sacked at the end of it. Garnacho's cross was a feeble attempt. Caicedo's clearance has cannoned off Garnacho. I want to say I'm sure both teams are thinking about subs, but I don't know because I thought they should have come on a long time ago. But most heroes do end up becoming villains. I'm a villain already. Again, Phil Foden's never been one to back beef. At Villa Park, again, when the going gets tough, these men are not about. And he's off. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson, who's used to going into title contending clashes between these two sides. Once again, Man United have been kind enough to invite him out for an embarrassing display in the cold. We're here for you, bro. I love this show. Appreciate that. Man United are boring to watch. I can't lie. Not when there's drama. Not when there's drama. Come on, Villa. Villa are going to get zanged in it. They're going to get robbed, man. It just screams a last-minute City winner, if I'm honest. Harry Maguire has found Scott McTominay. Deluded. Man United could be in here. But so could Aston Villa. Wait, what? Deflection! Yes! Oi, Leon Bailey! Oi! Aston Villa are beating City a goal to 0. Everyone 0-0. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Oi, come on. Oi, Villa. Switch on. Emre, you're in your bag when it comes to seeing out games. 3 at the back, 5 at the back, 20 at the back. Come on, man. Come on, man. We need this. And then take Saturday off. Emre, you've got us. Once a Gooner, always a Gooner, man. It's a corner here where this game's concerned. I can't lie. No one care about Man United, Chelsea, unless you support these clubs. Leon Bailey is bagged. We might go live on Twitch and watch all the highlights, man. Tomorrow. Regulon. Bruno Fernandes. Come on, Villa. Come on, Villa. Who's that? Is that Guardiola? He got embarrassed. It has taken a slight deflection from Bailey on his effort, but he's done it well, man. It's a great bit of skill from him. He's checked in on his right and he just bought a lottery ticket. A slight deflection, but he's earned that luck based on how I saw that attacking move put together. And Anthony never. Based on how he put that move together and also based on how you lot have been saying he's playing. Come on, Bailey. I told you, only Saka's better than him. Best winger in the league other than him. Chelsea are just bringing on regens. It looks like Ian Matson's coming on. He's actually been linked with a move away. 0-0. Come on, Villa. 15 minutes left. Let's go. Appreciate that, Johnny, man. Let's relax, man. If there's one thing I learned, don't write off City. Don't call someone dumpy until they're dead, man. You know, again, there's 15 minutes and City love dramatics. Regulon. Surely fouled there by Sterling Garnacho. Just wish this game was like that. Garnacho delivered. That's a decent cross. It's 2-1 Man United. Scott McTominay with a double at the double. United's most potent attacker. Manchester United 2. Chelsea 0. Boy. Chelsea. Boy. Scott McTominay. Showing Rashford how it's done. He must have more goals in the Prem than Rashford. Heard Rashford's only got 1. It sounds like a lie. And you have to give credit to the player of the month, Harry Maguire. See, trust in Ten Hag. Reguilon's been an inspired sub. He done quite well. Garnacho is a very good cross into a very good area. No way on God's green earth is Scott McTominay or anyone offside. It's poor marking from Chelsea. There's a queue of red shirts arriving. Scott McTominay and the Denman to head home. Scott McTominay has 2 goals on the score sheet today, people. Boy. Manchester United are winning, are beating Chelsea 2-1 once again. Aston Villa are beating City a goal to nil. As good as Foden is, I have so many young players I prefer over him, like Pedri, Camavinga, Saka, Musiala, Gavi, and Bellingham. Shout out to Bailey. Not gonna lie, I'm dreading us playing Villa. I think we all are. I think there's gonna be a VAR check on this goal, people. I don't know what there is to check personally, but yeah, I don't know about big up Goldbridge, but listen, it's always gonna be a DG tick. I don't know. One love, man. Looks like VAR is getting involved in this Man United game, though. We can't count our chickens before they hatch. We do, man. The longer the VAR check goes on, the more there's a risk of a sheg. Doing a watch along tomorrow. Now I'm taking a day off. I won't be here for Spurs West Ham, but we go again on Saturday, folks. I mean, come on, man. Levi Colwell's about 6 foot something. You defo bench about 100K in the gym minimum. You lot take all these fancy supplements. What are they really even trying to instigate? That's a foul. You're not strong enough. That's an idiot thing. You could never get a free kick for that. Can never rule out a goal for that. That's soft. Guess they all can't be Williams, Saliba, and Gabriel and them man there. Villa could be in here again. Come on, Bailey. Come on, dive, man. Dive, man. Dive, man. So I don't advocate cheating. It's 2-1 to Manchester United here against Chelsea. Come on, McGinn, ring it. But watch on Saturday. You're going to have your shooting boots in it. Bailey, come on, lad. Hey, City, I haven't seen them play this nervous since Haaland against Saliba. It could be 2-2. No, it can't. And now, I don't know why it froze, but now it's showing me McTominay could have been in there again. He's on a hat-trick. Do you back him to get it, folks? City under all types of pressure. Told you about Colwill, average. Harsh, man, but I rate the agenda. You playing FM tomorrow? You know what? We must get sneaker session in. Trust he could never. You know what? I'll clap if Villa can keep the lead when the whistle blows. Exactly. To be honest, I hope Una Emery was watching Mikel Arteta's game against City at our place because we showed them how it's done. Hopefully, they're still gassed about beating City on Saturday. Miss kick from Mudryk. I mean, we've become accustomed to Mudryk doing meaty things. Telemann assist. I've been slagging him off all week about he looks at one of the worst signings in the Prem and he's got an assist. Edison at 6s and 7s. Wonder if City will surround the ref today like little babies if it doesn't go their way. Reece James under a lot of pressure there has done very well. Found his assy. Foden looks good for Man City system, but I don't think he'll look as good in different teams that don't have the ball as much. To be fair, any player that plays at City, they're not going to look that well. But I do think Foden's allowed to coast. But I also think he's a quality player and a generational talent. And if you want a real challenge, come to Arsenal. Raheem Sterling, technically, does he own a corner? I think he does. United fans complained about McTominay's form and calling for him to be dropped before this game. Funny how life works. Matisse ain't picking up that phone, man. Matisse ain't going to pick up that phone, but he will call me when Arsenal inevitably drop points. But nonetheless, in the hope of trying, you don't made me forget I had Chelsea supporting friends. Chelsea. Do you know what? Mocking them could be a negative result. Someone had to lose. I actually prefer this to be a draw. Caicedo to Reece James. Haaland, you're coming out my FPL team. Because I just realized this is another game you took off. Drawing blanks, man. Can't lie. Imagine City do fall out of this title race, though. Long ball forward. Oh, Reece James could be in trouble. That was a poor header. Garnacho. Oh, Garnacho's managed to let them off the hook there. Reece James is a lucky lad. And you're lucky because we had agendas. That's one Chelsea fan not picking up. They all hide, man. They all hide. It's not my fault, man. I'm trying, folks. As it stands, Aston Villa are third. They head into that game on Saturday third if it stays like this. Which is scary, man. It's actually a top clash. Come on, Chelsea fans. Where's the fun in this? McSauce going to have to slide in my FPL team. That's another one not answering. I saved the best till last. Matisse, answer the phone, Dread. What's going on? Where is Matisse? Sanchez collects. You know what? I don't want to mock it because I don't want them to get something out of this. In fact, a draw is perfect. What am I talking about? Mudryk doesn't agree because doesn't want to keep the ball in his stride. It's actually quite terrible from both teams at this moment in time. Scared, man. They're scared. They're scared. Look, none of them are answering people. I tried. My friends won't answer the phone. DG Aubameyang 1 goal and 2 assists. Shout out to him, man. About time he went to a league where he could stat pad. Chelsea almost finished him. Trent is laughing at Reece. Slyly Matisse was doing videos about the Reece James Trent thing stops today. I didn't know Chelsea were this bad. They're really losing to us. And this is what makes it more frustrating, man, how we drop points at their place. Bro, you're coming on. It's random dons are coming on, man. Random dons are coming on. Can't lie, I'm not looking forward to Aston Villa. I can't take my eyes off this game. They're gonna need to have an off day, and we're gonna have to be at our best. Reece James. 15 minutes left. That's a ball from Reece James. I think I'll be too harsh on Jackson, but there need to be other players gambling there. Still need Douglas on the yellow. He's not going to get a yellow, man. You'd imagine he's been... I hope he takes one for the team, but you'd imagine he's been briefed. It's taken, with 14 minutes remaining, for Mudryk to come off. Oh, he's not, does he? Is he coming off? Oh, he's coming off at the quickest side. To be fair, he's got an assist. But Poch, you've took it. Obviously, the managers see things differently, but you've taken far too long. Bro, he's been dealt a very tough time with injuries. Decent player. I don't know, with the way Chelsea are going and what they're looking to do, you might be, not for ability, but you might just be someone they see as disposable, quote unquote, or someone that may even go out on loan, not leaving a permanent, but just to get fit and whatnot. Can he change this game for Chelsea in the minutes he's going to get? Reguilon. Garnacho. Bruno Fernandes. Reguilon. Bruno and Garnacho can't decide between them, but they're managing to keep it on. Garnacho's found Reguilon. Reguilon's done okay since coming on. Garnacho can't sort his touch out, and he's let Chelsea off the hook there. Reece James. Bro, has to win a foul. Has to be strong and win a foul. I mean, technically, it's a Man United throw, but boy. Villa going to be a tough game. You're going to beat Villa anyway, DG. Don't stress. Nah, man. Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all. Villa, a difficult test, man. I'm not looking forward to it. This Mudryk guy stinks. I can't believe, man, we're crying about that we didn't get him. Chelsea fans just need to get rid of their phones at this point. It's not really, truthfully, it's not fun anymore, man. Man said update on City. Villa, forget these lot. Boy, Bailey versus Saka is going to be one for the ages. Bailey's gone down. Not a bad mind thing, but... And I don't advocate injuries, but, you know, I don't think he's fit for the weekend, man. Please. It's been on fire. Reece James, I thought he was going to get clamped there. It's good bravery from him. Luke Shaw's read the situation and gone back to Onana. Andrew Tate in midfield. Finds Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw messing about. It will be a goal kick for Man United, however. These Chelsea, looking like Chelsea, need King Kai. Boy, you never know, boy. Never know. Telemans and Bailey have come off with 6 minutes left in the City game, by the way, folks. McTominay doing business for United again, while Golden Boy Bruno misses a pen. Terrible pen as well. Mudryk to Saudi. I rate Mudryk, man. He's just trying to drive down the price tag, so Arsenal inevitably, when we do our Chelsea shopping, Arteta picks him up, man. There's a method to the madness. I preed it. Raheem Sterling looked like he was collated by Maguire. Ref says forget all of that. Harry Maguire with a hopeful crossfield pass. Reece James, another poor header from him. Garnacho onto it like a rash. Bruno's hating on guys. Why did Bruno get involved? The pass has gone to Reguilon, but Bruno's doing more harm than good there. Caicedo heads out. Bruno Fernandes brings it under control. Is he going to go for the shot? Glides past one, past two, goes to Reguilon. It's on this left-hand side. It's squared to Garnacho. Ooh! At Garnacho's effort, it's a poor finish, really, but you'd hoping if you're a United fan, someone taps in at the near post. Both teams have had opportunities. I actually think Chelsea started the second half quite bright and better than United, but since then, obviously, it shifted in Man United's favour. Aston Villa look hungry, still attack. They got too many decent players, man. Take me back to when Villa was an easy 3 points. But then again, since the Emirates era, they've been all right. Douglas Luiz on the edge of City's area. Luka Dean and Matty Cash are going to have to be stopped. Camera's good. Oh, Douglas Luiz has cracked the post. I'm so sorry. I know we need to be focusing on this game, but that was a great effort. Arteta, chat to him, man. Let's get that done. Give them what they want. He's lit, man. Money can make back, man. Saka's selling shirts now. Things have changed. Ooh, good effort, man. And that would have confirmed the result. Ironically, like when we played Villa last season, I think Jorginho's effort hit the back of Martinez. You're kind of hoping for that lot. Enzo Fernandez, this is a great run. Amrabat does well there. Bring him. Is this match better than 21 matches? I'm not going to lie. I've seen, I mean, you don't know I love youth content, but I've seen some awful, and more often than not, youth games for all teams, they do tend to be quite boring. Boy. Caicedo, Colwill. Bro, you're fighting. Surely a free kick. Ref says, forget that. United are in possession now. Anthony. Boy. All right, are we going to see Rashford and Martial? Or is Ten Hag sending a statement out? And to be fair, it's a big FU to Rashford and them lot, because obviously the problems with United still remain, or it looks like he's coming on. But as I was going to say, if they get a result and you didn't come on the pitch, or one of you didn't come on the pitch, he's done all right, isn't it? Come on, Martinez. I need elite time wasting. We should have relegated Villa that season when we were flying Kroenke out banners above their stadium. Not much to do, though, which is because he's playing against City. Luiz or Paulinho? Douglas Luiz, man, but I think Paulinho's lit as well. Jackson, that's a cute flick. Raheem Sterling has Broja to his left, looking for a free kick there. And I think they've been given the free kick. Can't believe Man United are only 3 points behind City as it currently stands. Just shows you how much the season can turn. United are awful to watch. Just shows you, regardless of sentiment, you have to just pay attention to the table and make of that what you wish, really. A week's a long time in football, a month's a long time in football, but long may it continue. Marcus Rashford coming on, Ten Hag giving tactic. I can't lie, Ten Hag's been good value for money. He's been doing this, been getting the notepads out, chatting to Rashford. City could be in here. Well in Villa. Come on, up the Villa. Up the Villa. Jack Grealish, you shouldn't have left. Oh, offside flag. Great. Oh, black linesman. Hey, we're coming up in this world. Big us up. Less of the black goalies, though. I'm allowed to say it's jokes. We can be what we want. Shaping up to be a real 6-pointer at the weekend. I don't look at the league table, so I'm not quite sure how it refers to 6 points. But when you look at allegedly where Aston Villa are in the table, they're high flying under an experienced manager. They've got quality in depth. We're just going to have to be at our best, like in every game in the Premier League. And obviously, we're happy we beat Luton and that, but we're going to have to react. Let's just try really hard and hope for the best on Saturday. PR settings. Enzo Fernandez thought he was Declan Rice / Thomas Partey. It didn't bang. Garnacho says thank you. And it's a foot race between the two Argentines. Caicedo. 2 meaty £100 million signings. Crazy. Brighton and Benfica need to be investigated for fraud. Marcus Rashford looks like he's coming on. Who's he coming on for? Surely Garnacho. Højlund, actually. So what, is Rashford going up front? Fair enough. Obviously, as Chelsea pressed to get something out of this game, Rashford ensures people got to think before committing forward. What are we saying, people? Surely there's more drama in this United game. Surely. Rashford enters the fray, folks. More subs from Villa. We got DG Sunak here running with the political thing. Højlund stinky. I think he'll come good. Liverpool scare me more than City. Everyone scares me. What scares me the most is Arsenal. City quality team. Liverpool quality team. Both have gone where we want to go. But what scares me is ourselves. We led I didn't look at the league table once, but allegedly we led the table for about 200 odd days. They led for about 14. As I said earlier, there's no shame in losing out on the treble to a Man City side. There's no point being, crying if you lose to City. But in our hearts, Arsenal fans, we lost that because we lost that. Not in regards to how good or bad City were. So what scares me is the most. And obviously, you're never going to be perfect. I'm always, as a fan, going to want more. But the games are a bit too emotional, man. I think we need greater consistency over 90 minutes. And there's a lot of naivety in our game. That being said, there's a lot of positives. Reece James, can he keep it on? Reece James in possession. To be fair, doesn't have many options. Picks out a good pass to Cole Palmer. Chelsea need a bit of quality. Cole Palmer dropping shoulders but not going anywhere. Is Reece James going to deliver? Does. It's a decent ball in. And I mean, come on. Who darted across? I think Fernandez. Sterling keeps it alive. A Chelsea shirt has to tap that in. Sterling through the legs. Colwill delivers. Another one that's whistled wide. Is that a corner? I don't know. Chelsea players seem to think so. But what's really going on with Partey? I don't know, man. The man can't stay fit or hasn't been able to stay fit this season. Enzo doing hella nonsense. I'm not worried about Villa. Once Martinelli gets in and scores 2, they'll stop their silly press. City don't have the speed threat, so Villa will press like mad. I hope so, my guy. I'm nervous. I mean, I'd love Jimenez. I'd love that guy from Napoli and Paulinho be lit, but easier said than done. That's quite the expensive shopping list. Amrabat has been little man in Cole Palmer this whole game, just waits in him. Best I've seen Amrabat in the United shirt, if I'm honest. Look close to the World Cup one. These youngsters are meaty, man. There's 5 minutes of added on time at Villa Park. First time I've seen this Bobby do something in this Villa game, it's the foul Konza. You're getting sold, man. You're getting done like Nemecha. You're getting done like, what's that mixed race you in Dozy or something? They tried to run him for a couple of games and then I see he's at Southampton. You're getting sold, man. You're just getting your name out there, man. We'd all love Partey back. That last comment has facts to it. I think maybe Partey to Juventus either in January or the summer settings. DG, would you take Maguire or Holding? Not really, because you can't improve us, but I'd rather Maguire over Rob Holding. Cole Palmer loses out. Garnacho, get fouled, man. Get fouled. Standards from both teams are dropping. Lovely. Who made that tackle? That's a ball from whoever played that pass for City. You know, this laptop is far too far away, but Villa, you're not going to let me down, man. City are going to nick something, innit? Come on, Villa. Ten Hag getting a notepad out again. I'm sure Villa will also be a bit nervous playing Arsenal is the biggest game in the Prem. I hear that, but it's a big week this week, you know. They were probably sat down by Emre and said, listen, this is the sort of scenarios we want to be in. So I think they're well equipped for this week. Their lots put a half decent ball in. The more I watch these teams, the more grateful I am in our process. I need Partey being back will matter as much as people think, because I don't think Arteta would ever play with Rice and Partey in a league game. I hear that, but we just need options, man, the luxury to do it. And especially when it comes to seeing out games, you know, for me to be in December and have no Partey, no Tomiyasu now, and no Timber, 3 of the strongest players we've got defensively and in 1v1s, it don't fill me with any happiness. Partey will cook last 10 games for us. Hopefully there's still something on the table for us to play for. And it's about the option. There you have it. And again, we lack depth. Like, we're down to our bare bones. You know, we got El Nene that probably ain't played like that for a year or two. Jorginho's done all right, but there's a couple games that he can't be in for. Kai Havertz, he's putting in a bit of form. Fabio Vieira had a good 3-4 games. Smith Rowe's not fit, so he's irrelevant. Need a centre mid in Jan, man. Even if Partey was, even if we kept Partey and Xhaka and Rice was doing what he's doing, and you've got Jorginho and El Nene, I'd still think we need at least one midfielder. Yes, I'm greedy, and it probably don't make sense. Caicedo, had we have got you in Jan and Rice in the summer, could have been lit. Caicedo has found Reece James. Cole Palmer. Bro, you need, I mean, as the manager told bro, you're like, you've got to be the one making the selfless runs, and Jackson's got the tired legs. Enzo Fernandez has tried a hopeful pass into Cole Palmer. The second ball has been under threat, and Chelsea bring it down. Come on, boys. 30 seconds. Ref, how long in this Villa game? Ref, come on. Emre. Pep who? Pep what? Allow it, man. Come on, Villa. Shot over the bar from Reece James. Come on, Villa. Ref, how long? Come on, man. This game's been about 20 years. 10 seconds. Come on. Can you do it on a cold night in Brum? Bro, ref, it's been added on 5 minutes. What are they doing? We're into elite time wasting by Harry Maguire. To be fair, his boots come off. Come on, Villa, man. Ref, come on. How long? Edison's gone low. Ref, come on. Come on, Villa. Switch on, ref. You're acting. Sorry, people. This game's still going on. But listen, this United game, United are winning. Yes! Come on, Villa. Bailey, my guy. Let's turn off that laptop as well. Hey, my guy. Well, no one ain't scared at City at home again. We done that. Certain teams gas up drawing against them. Certain teams bent over backwards. Come on, Villa. We still need to do our job. Villa, we'll PayPal you the money, man. Just make sure Saturday you pattern us up. I'm not going to lie, Arsenal, regardless how the season goes, I want to win at Anfield. It's been too long. And Old Trafford. Cole Palmer, can he flip this game on its head? At the vital moment, his pass wasn't good enough. Reece James on the overlap. Delivers. Broya on the at the far post. He's actually hit the post. Broya did well there, but it's hit the post. Levi Colwill. Enzo Fernandez tries to deliver. Don't know who he was looking for, but it wasn't good enough. Garnacho. Bruno Fernandez. We've got 4 minutes of added on time over here. I don't know, Kevin. I don't know about that. Arsenal need to do lit stuff on Saturday. I don't want it to be like Luton. I want it to be a boring professional performance and a good day out for the travelling fans. Look, City fans have been arrogant for too long. All that second part of the season, what you're going to do, chase two teams, it's long for anyone. Listen, City are the big bad bullies. The more that this happens, the more that Pep is going to whatever. I hope it's a post-treble hangover. I do think City, to be fair, they bought a couple of players in the summer. I do think they're due a decent spending spree. But the more they drop points, specifically lose games, the better for the Liverpools, the Arsenals, or anyone that's in a title challenge. I personally don't know if Arsenal in a title challenge. I don't look at the league table. Good tackle by Bruno. As I've said before, in many ways, winning the league could be silverware, or it could be just about seeing your team improve. So if Arsenal were in the title challenge, we have to go to Saturday and try and win a game. It's a big month. You've got West Ham, you've got Villa at the weekend, you've got Liverpool, you've got Brighton, even though Brighton has been a bit of a mixed season. Johnny Evans is coming on, right? They don't rate these, man, at all. Peak for you, lot. Garnacho well in, mate. Got to give Martinez the brown envelope. Amen. Arteta has to be spot on against Villa. Didn't we come from 2 goals down against Villa last year? Less of that this year, man. City probably focusing on the Champions League more than the Prem. If anyone understands that it's a marathon, not a sprint, it's City. Because, you know, even if Arsenal and Liverpool are running away with the title on paper and whatnot, they can mathematically, you know, what is if it was 4 points or however many points in December? Obviously, if it's the end of April, early May, you're a bit nervous, but they've got more than enough time. And realistically, City know that Arsenal and Liverpool are going to drop points. We know that as well, which is why obviously you can't go back in hindsight. But had we have played like how we played, ironically, Chelsea are on the screen. We took 77 minutes to wake up. Had we have started that game well, what would have happened? Had we have not shot ourselves in the foot against Spurs and Fulham, what would have happened? Newcastle, I actually think we played better than in them draws, actually, but there was no cutting edge. Nick Pope didn't have to do anything. Sanchez puts his teammates under a lot of pressure, in it. And that's poor from Chelsea. Chelsea need to learn how to play out from the back. That was horrible from them, man, dear. Bro, you hit the post. To be fair, the replay doesn't make it look as dramatic as I may have made it sound, folks. We better not be naive against Gooner. They can't afford that. Just seeing Matip rinsed his ACL, 3 points at Villa Park and Anfield be a major statement from the boys. They got Konate. Thoughts are with Matip, another player with an ACL injury at his age as well. It is peak, and in this season, it's peak for City, for Liverpool. I don't know for Konate, but they don't want any more injuries. To be fair, Caicedo's fighting. Just got schooled by Amra back there. Just getting absolutely weights by Amra back there. Reguilon looks like he's on taking a yellow card. There's 30 seconds left. Reguilon will be given a yellow card, but it's all for the right cause. City won't panic at this stage in the season. Of course not. And they shouldn't. They should be aware that they're making things harder than it needs to be, of course. But it's December. And to be honest, at some point, aren't City, you know, they got the Club World Cup. The FA Cup's going to come into play. Obviously, in a couple of weeks now, you know, the Champions League is going to be irrelevant until February. So they're kind of going to have to take a break from the Premier League. Sometimes you could use that to recharge. I think to be honest, there's summer business. What City signings, I could be wrong about a couple, but who's really hitting it off? You know, Kovacic ain't doing nothing much. Nunes ain't doing nothing much. Guardiola's kind of struggling, as expected, you know. But you sleep on City at your own risk, innit? There's a lot of games to play. I hope City keep losing. Who doesn't? It's about time someone else had a chance to win the league. But they're roaring. Any team with Pep Guardiola as their manager, anyone that's got Haaland and all the depth they have is crazy. Anyone that can make Akanji look like one of the best centre-backs or defenders in the Prem and in world football to a degree right now is scary. I still don't believe that's the same Akanji, apologies, that was at Borussia Dortmund. But big up Villa. Reece James with a corner. Can there be a dramatic equalizer? Caicedo, boy, that's it. Forget it, Caicedo. Chelsea have lost. A double from McTominay sees Chelsea lose, people. Vital 3 points for Ten Hag and Man United, where obviously there's been a lot of pressure this week in particular on Ten Hag. I mean, I don't look at the league table, but allegedly Arsenal are first with 36 points. Liverpool won today as well, so they've got 34 points. Aston Villa move above City, actually, and are on 32 points, people. City are on 30 points, 6 points behind top with 15 games played. I don't think they're going to panic, even though, ironically, Spurs and Man United are only 3 points behind City. Newcastle are actually, 4 points behind them. In fact, Brighton are on 25 points, and they were struggling to put wins together this season. Brighton only have 7 wins, to be fair. That's 2 more than City. So there's no need to panic, but we need to keep winning. Obviously, Aston Villa are going to be bullish. If they beat Arsenal, obviously, I don't think Villa expect to win the title, but you win your games. All you can do is try and win your games, game in, game out, regardless of who you are. And any talking points and narratives and what you can or can't fight for, you can't control that, and it becomes that. So happy that City have lost. Happy that they've been in a bit of a rut of form, really and truly. Long may it continue. In fact, they've got 3 draws already this season, as do Arsenal. So yeah, it's a marathon, man. 15 games played. What would the league look like after there's been another 15 games played and there's 30 on the table? And then what would the last 8 games played? So listen, Arsenal fans, Liverpool fans, boy, even if you support Villa, don't count your chickens for their hatch. And even City fans, there's probably, every fan base has them. There's probably some City fans, I won't quite say pep out, but it's all doom and gloom. They're a bit nervous. Boy, I want to win the title, man. Yeah, we dropped points against Chelsea. Shocking. Hold that, Pep. Just need to keep going, man. We ain't got time to mess about. And we have to beat them on Saturday. But I'm not going to lie. Based on how they're playing, while I want to win, I believe we should win. I think it is a 6-pointer, especially when you can take points off your rivals. Liverpool and Arsenal probably got an eye on the game towards the end of the month. But if you can't win, don't lose. I'm not saying I don't want a point. I'm not saying I don't want 3 points. But a point against Villa isn't the worst. Interesting fact, the last team to beat Villa at Villa Park in the Prem was Arsenal. There you have it, innit? Like, there's so many reasons to be nervous or apprehensive and whatnot. And you lot are just making it worse, man. Chelsea got cooked, nothing long there, man. At least in a game between 2 teams in meaty sort of form, we was treated to 3 goals. Exactly. Leicester didn't expect to win the title, but they took advantage of it. I don't know if in August, Eddie Howe was targeting Champions League last season, but they took advantage of such. And that's what Arsenal and Liverpool need to be like. Again, I still believe, obviously, if you assume that City keep doing this, I believe that it will be less than 90 points. But I believe in August, if you're Liverpool, if you're Arsenal, maybe Ten Hag thought they could win the league. He said errors come to an end. You're targeting 90 points. And whether Arsenal and Liverpool have the capabilities, whether I have a fan base or football think they'll get that, it's another thing. But it's like Micah says here, 1 week at a time, win the game in front of you. Listen, Spurs, Villa, Newcastle on a spoiling thing, so just win your games. There you have it. Cut out the defensive goalkeeper mistakes and we have a good chance on Saturday. I hear that. But at the same time, set pieces and just don't make games harder than it has to be. If we start well and it's a great 10, 15 minutes, make sure you put some balls in the back of the net. Because it sounds as great as it sounds like Villa, because obviously I tuned in later. It sounds like Villa were all over City and they competed, but some of you were commenting, Martinez had to do a madness. Take your chances. Villa beat Spurs away from home and it was a great 3 points. And even with a depleted Spurs side, who really, regardless of not having players fit, have been getting results, they should have put Villa to sleep in the first half. United are only 3 points behind City. It's crazy. Villa are dark horses in the title race. They're the one with no pressure, and that's scary. I mean, Emery, great manager, but the league is never his thing. But they're relishing it, and they've got nothing to lose. If Arsenal beat Villa, not really that many talking points. We've been handling our business this season. If they beat Arsenal, then obviously the point gap is kind of closed. You'd imagine Liverpool, whoever they got will win. They'll move around. I don't think it's the time to be looking at league tables and fluctuations. Everyone's going to have setbacks. But I genuinely believe City need to keep losing. It's like what I said a few streams ago. While I like City dropping points, I genuinely think they're a team. They might have a post-treble hangover to a degree and need to get that motivation back. But I think City are at that scenario now where you literally need them to lose. Like, if they play Spurs, I don't want them to win. Draws are great, but I genuinely think you need City to lose games now. So yeah, man, listen, top 4 race is so mad. No one giving up easy. But bro, the table's peak. Like, even relegation isn't necessarily a foregone conclusion. Obviously, Everton have had that points reduction and it's kind of dropped them in it. But, you know, for Luton, who I thought were a shoehorn to go down, and even though they lost, if they play like how they did against Arsenal, they've got nothing to worry about. But they've got 9 points. Everton are 18th with 7. Same points tally sees Burnley in 19th. And I still think Sheffield United are gone. They've got Chris Wilder back, though. They're on 5 points. You know, obviously, Nottingham Forest aren't out the woods. They're only on 13 points. If you're around that zone, I guess Chelsea are 10th somehow, tied with Brentford and a point in front of Fulham, which could change. Them kind of teams there, you got to be targeting 40 points, innit? So Villa Park, there's no need to mess about. We know what Emre's about. Their players are in good form. Collectively, they're doing all right. Their new signings have worked a charm for them. You know, you saw Douglas Luiz's performance. You saw Leon Bailey. This has been a great week for them where they've come into it relishing. You know, you've got 2 teams that were fighting for the title last season in City and Arsenal. They want to show what they're about. They've got plenty of quality. On Saturday, you know, you've got Luca D, Matty Cash, Douglas Luiz, John McGinn. Obviously, I think because he's Scottish, he's not, you know, he's not seen as a drippy kind of player. Ollie Watkins didn't have his shooting boots on today. You know, against Arsenal, have that. Last year was a crazy game. I'm sure we came back from 2 goals down. I could be wrong. And if Marcel's right here, Villa Park is a fortress. 14 wins in a row. Good luck at the weekend. You're going to need it. We are. Like someone said, the last team to beat them was us. So, boy, these are the sort of waters you're going to have to be able to cross, you know, if you want to win a league. But, you know, as what is it that saying they say? Strong seas make skilled sailors and all of that, innit? So we're going to need to do what we're doing. It's cliche, but every game is a cup game. Every Premier League game is difficult. It's 5:30 under the lights on Saturday. It's going to be crazy, man. We need to be clinical. We need to defend a lot better than against Luton. And then, yeah, and that tells you everything. We're talking about Villa versus City, and we're indirectly talking about Luton Arsenal. Today, we've seen 3 goals, people. Big up you lot across Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you're following and hitting the like button. Your talking points, your conversation, etc. has been great. But, yeah, man, it's late, and I'm sure you lot have better things to do. So, yeah, one love for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out. Let's get out of here, really and truly. I mean, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo cost about 225 million. I've never seen them do what a Sunday League fullback's done.
Against this right back, Charlie.
There's always just that active red flag. Defending, I think, is like.